Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the final Ball Mania stream of the 2024 best ball season, drafting BBM number 149 with Jacob Gibbs and 150 solo. I thought Jacob was a great guy to bring on the program because he is not best ball poisoned like the rest of us. He is going to be looking at Drake London as an early second-round pick and being like, what have you guys been doing all summer? Of course, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. Very soon, this is not going to be just a best ball channel. We're going to be doing a lot of DFS, going to be doing some Dynasty, going to be doing all of those things. Jacob, welcome. Thank you for sharing some time with me, man. How are you doing on this beautiful Friday, August 30th afternoon?
So good, man. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I just sent out the FFT newsletter, and it's like, yo, a week from now, we're going to have seen the Lamar Mahomes matchup. We're going to have seen if Zay Flowers gets revenge. We're going to get to see Xavier Worthy out there. Like, yeah, I couldn't be better. And I'm psyched to be here. You talk Dynasty DFS, that's my language, but Ball Mania is totally new to me. I told you before we got on, like, I'm as normie as it gets. I work for CBS Sports. I'm big corporate. So this is going to be fun. And I think I actually might agree with you on a lot more of these takes, Drake London in the second and stuff like that than people expect, because I am Josh Norris and Hayden Wings build.
Because you know ball, dude. Because you know
too.
ball. I thought you were a great guest to have on for draft 149, because it's time to transition back into reality. I just published my basically guide to how to win your home league this year, corresponding basically my ranks and my redraft tiers with, Sleeper, CBS, ESPN, ADP, and all of that. And it is very funny how different it is. And Jacob, we have been gifted with a beautiful draft slot. We are going to draft from the 2-hole in your first ever Ball Mania. The only thing I have to prepare you for is wide receivers. However early you think wide receivers should go, they are going to go much, much earlier. But it's going to be beautiful, man.
I have Nico Collins ranked 12th overall, Jalen Waddle 14th, so I think I'm in the right place.
I've got Nico Collins ranked 13th. I have Debo one spot ahead of him, but I wouldn't quibble. I really wouldn't quibble there. This is not 150. This is 149. This is a good point. I need to not. I've been letting the clock run down. Only a 30-second clock for our drafts here, and I've been cutting it close on the clock. We've had some close calls. Jacob, who would you like to pick with our second pick? Christian McCaffrey or CeeDee Lamb?
It's CMC and then Lamb for me.
All right, there we go. Beautiful.
Can't go wrong.
We are going to take CeeDee Lamb with our second pick. So, Jacob, I mean, this is I feel as if your account, specifically on Twitter, has really been smashing this offseason. Was that a conscious thing by you, or do you feel that it's just been your good work getting rewarded?
Definitely, this is the time. This is the time to be out there in the streets, putting out good work. I try to do it as much as I can during the off season too, but yeah, I kind of take a few months during the off season to just like chill, get my mind right, and get back to just being a complete degenerate online all the time. And that's right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the time to be degenerate. So Ja'Marr Chase goes at 4 here. We are, 9 days away from the Bengals' first game. He's not practiced yet. Some people, I want to say Chad Ochocinco and some other people have reported he's not signing a contract. He's not going to play in week 1. I think very similar to the Brandon Ayuk thing. Deadlines make deals. Concern about Ja'Marr Chase for me at a stone 0.
That's fair. I think I'm a 1, but I did just take him in round 2 of a Superflex draft with like some industry people. 4 is a little bit early. At this point, I would rather just stick him on.
Not Jefferson. You're not. So
I'll take the running backs too.
So that is. I did just get done writing this home league article, and one thing in home league stuff, if you do have your home league, your work league, whatever, coming up this weekend. If you do take McCaffrey, Brees, or Bijan in the first round, you are freed to do whatever you want. You don't have to take round 2 ETN. You don't have to take round 3 James Cook. You can just be smashing wide receivers. Yeah. So in this format, I don't like it near as much. I think it's probably not ideal. But in home leagues, I don't know, man. Brees Hall is a pretty freaking good first round pick.
Oh yeah, easy. You think in this format you're going receiver though?
Yeah. So we have CeeDee. the options available to us at the turn are going to be like Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Neighbors, Ayuk, Metcalf, those type of guys. Whereas the running backs will be, Kyron. A-Chain won't get to us, and Barkley will probably go pick before. Not that I'm that into Barkley particularly. Yeah, I mean, you see Drake London and Cooper Kupp goes there at the 12-13. We are in a certified because what happens is if you take a running back here, the best picks available for us at the 4 or 5 turn are going to be tight ends a lot of the time. Pitts, Andrews, McBride, guys like that. And the wide receivers will be T. Higgins, Amari Cooper, Christian Kirk. So it does make sense to double tap wide receivers a huge chunk of the time.
Mm-hmm. I love those tight ends in that 4 or 5 range if you can get them there.
Where are you at on Saquon Barkley as a Philadelphia Eagle?
All the way out. Yeah.
I
spent like 2 whole days of my life.
2
whole days of my life just wasted arguing with people online about Saquon Barkley. It's pretty easy. It's basically a math thing, and that's going to make people mad because like, watch the film, bro. And I get it. Saquon's obviously good. But targets are going to be a huge problem. Kellen Moore offenses haven't thrown to running backs all that much. Philadelphia offenses obviously haven't thrown to running backs all that much. And then Saquon Barkley hasn't been that good of a receiver since his rookie season with Eli Manning. After that, he's pretty mid. If you look at targets and yards per run, it just doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up to me.
And that's before you start to do the math about how the Eagles choose to distribute. Because it would actually be idiotic of them to do 1-yard rushing touchdowns when they did the tush push 50 times last year and they got it 48 times. It's the most unstoppable play in football, Kelsey or no Kelsey.
Yeah. Ian Hartitz just brought up a really good example or a good stat. We were talking. He said that the Eagles were number 1, I think, in running back rushes from the 3 to 5 yard line. And so if he just converts more of those than Swift and those guys did, maybe he does have 15 touchdowns or something. I think that's how he gets there, and makes you not regret taking him. But I'm honestly not that worried about missing out on him. I think he would have to have like 20 touchdowns or something for me to be like, damn, I shouldn't have faded Barkley.
All right, we are up with the 23rd overall
pick. Easy.
Yeah, I was going to say it's HN by my ranking and by ADP. So we're going to be up in 2 picks. By ADP, it's Devontae Adams. By my ranking, it's Adams. To be honest, it's just Adam. It's like I don't love his ceiling this season because I mean, how many passing touchdowns can the Raiders have? Like 25 would be a lot, but there's no player. Like I think after Jefferson, if I just had to rank guys on pure ability, I still think I'd be Adams, honestly. But I will. We got Adams. We have DJ Moore. We have Rashee Rice, Devonta Smith, Brandon Ayuk, Tank Dell. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, it would be Adams for me. Neighbors is gone.
Neighbors went right here at the turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like. They're very similar.
But yeah.
Right. Neighbors and Adams are essentially contesting the same thing this year, which is that they are incredibly good players on offenses that feel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is the ceiling of the Giants offense? I suppose if you ran back 2022, Daniel Jones, maybe they could be the 18th best offense in the NFL, but even that feels rather optimistic, I think, because the offensive line is still such a problem.
Yeah, I shared my tiered rankings yesterday at wide receiver, and I had a tier that was just like, these guys are insanely good. The target projection looks amazing, but touchdown upside is the problem. And it's Olave, Neighbors, Devontae Adams, Deontay Johnson, Michael Pittman, Christian Kirk. And people got mad about Devontae being in that group and like referenced his career touchdowns and stuff like that. It's like, that's not what we're looking at in 2024.
It's a real issue for a couple of guys who are, go up here. Like the reporting around Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers has been pretty positive, but their market-based expectation, the betting markets and everything don't seem that the Buccaneers are going to be that good. I mean, I do take Adams over Mike Evans every single time. It's that for me, the hard one is DJ Moore and Adams, where in my redraft rankings, I have Moore higher. Obviously, he's got more target competition. Although if the preseason stuff with the 12 personnel ends up being the case, that Everett's actually playing a bunch of these snaps, I think it's a huge negative for Keenan and Rome because it means they're going to rotate a ton. But that means I mean, Moore could go from a guy you project from 24% of the targets to like 28 because Everett and Kmet are not going to earn targets the same way Adams will.
Yeah, that's an interesting point about the target share for Moore. I'm so bummed about what we've seen from Shane Waldron this preseason. I hope it's that he was just chilling, that it was just like ultra conservative preseason stuff.
I looked it up because I was very curious after Ian tweeted that stat about how they were, I guess, depending on how you look at it, either first or last in 11 personnel usage, in the sense that they used I believe it was only 42% of their snaps had three wide receivers on the field in the preseason. The target share, or the snap shares for tight ends in Seattle, 3 years they had guys, 2 tight ends over 45% of snaps. So every year that Waldron was the OC. But then also for Kmet, it sucks because he rotates in a third one because he never played a guy more than 64% of the snaps, which is 1 year for Noah Fant, the year they traded for him.
Yeah, I'm all the way out on Kmet. This seems really late for Rashee Rice, especially lately.
So there's a mitigating factor in this contest, which is that this contest has been open since May, which means there are a lot of teams in this specific contest that got him in like the 9th round, 8th round.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
People are a little hesitant to take him because if you look at the 2v2, it's like, oh, I got Rashee Rice in the 3rd round and Chase Brown in the 9th round, or I got Rashee Rice in the 9th round and Derrick Henry in the 3rd round. You're like, well, I'm probably going to lose that 2v2.
That's really interesting, the game theory side of this that I just haven't thought about.
Yeah, it's best ball is fantasy football, but it's more, honestly, it's even more of a math game than fantasy football. It's a little bit different. All right, we are up in 2 picks. We have A-Chain, Lamb, and Adams. By my ranking, it's McBride.
Me too.
By ADP, it is Amari. Yeah, I think McBride makes sense here. There's probably going to be a wide receiver that we like coming around. Do you want to do McBride?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in these leagues, but that's been, I like realized that was a mistake. I'm very high on the Cardinals this year, and I actually think MHJ is probably a plus for him in the sense that it's just going to extend drives. Oh man.
You just go. Yeah.
No, Worthy went. I wasn't paying attention.
I see. Yeah.
Okay, we're up. We got 20 seconds. McLaurin is the wide receiver. We already have a tight end. What are you thinking here?
Is Deontay available? Is that just a bad best ball?
He goes later than this. We'll have a chance of getting him coming around. Running back would be James Cook or Kenneth Walker.
Deontay's who it would be for me. If you want to go Walker, that's fine.
Ooh, it's gonna be too late. Not nimble enough fingers. I just referenced it. I did not have nimble enough fingers. So like in this format, Deontay is more like a mid 6th rounder. He is. It's only half PPR. It's only half PPR. No bonuses or anything like that. And notably, drafters on this website, they hate anyone who can be perceived as boring. So anyone who doesn't have like 11 touchdown upside, anyone who is older than 26 years old, just like, I mean, Amari Cooper going after Xavier Worthy, Stephon Diggs going 8 picks after Tank Dell. Yeah, Brian, you were right. I did not have nimble fingers. I wanted to get Kenneth Walker in there. I wasn't able to, although we do now have 3 quarterbacks set up. We can take Kyler with McBride. We can take Dak Prescott with CeeDee Lamb, and we can take Jaden Daniels with Terry McLaurin.
Love it. I'm always taking Jaden. Are you super high on Kyler? You said you like Arizona.
I'm super high on Kyler. I think that if I were to be really truthful with myself and with my rankers, with my rankings, like I obviously bake ADP into my stuff not a little bit, a lot bit, because I think you have to respect the market. I would have Kyler straight up ahead of Anthony Richardson. He's a better player. He's a better passer. He actually, if you look at his scramble rates, so Anthony Richardson in college and last year, if you combine the sample, he's like sub 8% scramble rate, which like compare that to Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels' scramble rate in college was 15% or something.
Yeah,
15 or 4.
It was higher. It was higher than any of the recent quarterbacks who have been scrambling quarterbacks.
Kyler, is I don't remember off. I want to say 10%. It
He's
might be
decent. Yeah.
yeah.
He's a
I
little
don't.
bit higher than Richardson. It's the designed rushing is just going to be way different, especially with Steichen.
But Kyler is he's not as good at Lamar the long runs. He's not going to have as many like the 60-yard runs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what Kyler does do is he is uber efficient. He like never has a run for less than 8 yards. Like if Kyler is going to break the pocket and scramble, I would actually be very curious to look up his like rush yards over expected on scrambles. I don't know. I wouldn't know a way to find that, but I would guess he would be the best in the league other than Lamar. He just and his sack rate is so low. That's the other thing. Richardson has a not that strong sack rate comparative to Kyler Murray.
Did you see Ian's tweet today where he just basically put all Daniel Jones stats next to Kyler's over the past 2 years passing?
No,
Yeah.
I assume Kyler doesn't look that good last 2 years.
No.
Well,
Image day should help.
One, I give Kyler a pass because he spent his entire career playing with Cliff Kingsbury.
Dude, yeah.
And two, I give him a pass because part of that sample is coming back with the ACL injury. And Kyler also had incredible college passing stats, and his passing stats in year 2, the year the Cardinals won 11 games, the year they traded for Hopkins, he had like, I want to say he was top 6 in EPA per play. Yeah. Okay. Deontay didn't get back to us. It's like the right range for him. Coming up,
It's Kyler, right?
Kyler is probably the guy that we want. Yeah. I mean, we do have, I guess we could, if we love any of these wide receivers, which we really don't, unless you love Hollywood, Keon Coleman, Ladd, Hopkins, any of these guys. Yeah.
No, I'm taking Brian Thomas Jr., Jackson Smith-Njigba, people like that over them.
Yes, I definitely agree. And JSN just went. You can't, these drafters, man, they don't leave you any room to breathe. I think structurally, we probably need one of these wide receivers: Brown, Coleman, Hopkins, Jameson Williams, Addison. Any of these guys tickle your fancy?
No, I hate all those. Is Brian Thomas Jr. available?
No, almost no shot. Well, okay. Maybe.
What do you think about?
He's
what do you think about Christian Watson? Is that?
No, Watson is good, but he's gone.
God damn.
Yeah, let's do. Is anyone correlated here? I don't think anyone is correlated. We're gonna do Keon Coleman because the clock is expiring and we need a rookie. But
did Kyler get picked?
We took Kyler. Oh,
okay. Man, yeah, I can't keep up.
We grabbed. Yeah, you see, it's quick, man. 30-second clock. I have. This is so funny. Home league clocks are generally 60 seconds. I have a 16-team dynasty league that I'm in that is 6 rounds of the rookie draft, and the clock is 2 minutes. It takes like all night. It takes because I'm in it with a bunch of I'm in it with my dad and his buddies, and they're all boomers.
Yeah,
and it just takes like literally like it's like a 4-hour draft that takes 6 rounds. It's horrible.
Dude, I saw just you saying boomer made me think of this. I saw the Silva, I think it was a Slack message yesterday, where he didn't know who Redmond was. Do you know what I'm referencing? The stream
who is Nick Rodman?
Who is Nick Rodman? The stream yesterday was so good, by the way. Oh my gosh.
That was I mean, Evan not knowing who Nick Rodman is insanely funny. That was Evan played his character in that stream to absolute perfection. Yeah, you were really getting a trial by fire here because I just know this because I was just doing this article. Like at pick 74 in a home league, like you're taking Rome Odunze, you're taking Brian Thomas. Both of the Packers wide receivers are there, Reed and Watson. Sometimes Christian Kirk is there, who went at 56 in this. It just is it's a very different game here. Okay. One, did you know that Keon Coleman is CeeDee Lamb's cousin? I found that out the other day, and that unironically made me higher on him. I was like, did not really like Keon Coleman as a prospect. I think the big-bodied contested catch prospects are way worse in this version of the NFL than they were like 10 years ago. But I don't know. CeeDee Lamb's cousin. There's something there.
I hear this just random shit on Keon all the time. Like I don't remember who said this, but like over half of his high school receptions were touchdowns or something absurd like that. Like you just hear something new, I feel like every week on him. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I did some like on and off splits for collegiate receivers, like when Brian Thomas had Malik Neighbors off the field. How did he do? And Coleman and Jaden Reed, when they were both on the field together, Michigan State, Coleman had more receiving yards and more PPR points, and that shocked me. And then also when Reed has been off the field, or when Johnny Wilson was off the field
Yeah.
after he transferred, he was targeted at a really high rate. Keon Coleman was, and people might laugh at that, but Johnny Wilson he saw a ton of targets in college.
He made the Eagles roster as a day 3, or was he UDFA? He was either a day 3 pick or UDFA. I don't remember.
Round 6.
But he made the Eagles roster, which is like, that is as a team that wants to win a Super Bowl. Although I guess you could interpret the Jahan Dotson trade as a negative for him. But we are up in 5. Running back room here. Warren, Mostert. Here, I'll do it by ADP, not my rank. Mostert, Swift, Warren, Zamir White, Javonte Williams, Jonathan Brooks, Chase Brown. Wide receivers are smoked. Curtis Samuel, Romeo Doubs, Josh Palmer, Khalil Shakir, Dontavian Wicks.
I like Josh Palmer a lot. That might be a redraft thing, though. Is Mostert just a weird pick with A-Chain, or how does that work out for this format? Because he's the top of the board. I love Jalen Warren, if not.
Yeah, I prefer to do, if you're going to do the 2 Miami ones, you want to do it with Wright. So I think in general it's fine, and he went anyways. But I do think you want like Mostert and Wright, or A-Chain and Wright, and you play that the one of the 2 expensive ones gets hurt. Jalen Warren is definitely top of my board here.
Yeah, works for me. I'm a huge Jonathan Brooks guy as well. If you want to grab him in the next round, or I don't know if maybe he'll slip.
He definitely won't come back to us at our next pick. The thing we want to think about is, do we want to be done selecting quarterbacks here? We go 18 rounds. So you always got to take 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends. We do have 1 tight end. We got to think about if we want to do Dak with CD to set up our stack, which is like probably optimal because Daniels is gone. We don't want to take a Raiders quarterback.
That makes sense.
Unless there's someone we love here. I mean, I do like
Not
Bowers,
really.
but we already have a tight end. Like the range of wide receivers that's going to actually Palmer literally might come all the way back to us. It is crazier things have happened. And then, I don't think Palmer is that different from Shaheed, Lockett, Gabe Davis, those guys.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do
Dak works for me. Yeah.
We're going to do Dak. That's just that's a best ball bro thing, is that Dak and CD, the way that this tournament works is that Dak is never going to be the winning quarterback, never going to be the $1.5 million quarterback without CeeDee Lamb. It's like almost no simulation where I can see that happening. And if CeeDee Lamb is who you need, if CeeDee Lamb in the fantasy football playoffs is averaging 25 points per game, that is just going to necessitate Dak scoring a lot of fantasy points. Which I actually don't love Dak this year because the secondary Cowboys options are just brutal. I just added Jalen Brooks to a 14-team Dynasty League roster last night, and that's where we're at with the Cowboys receiving room.
Yeah, man, the Cowboys feel really fragile all the way around. Offensive line as well.
Yes, I mean they have I forget the name of the tackle, but they have the tackle who's always injured. I can't remember his name. But yes, they have no depth there. Okay, I lied to you. Palmer does not come around to us, but I mean the wide receivers that come around will be guys who can like roughly score points, and I don't know. Curtis Samuel with turf toe, I'm not into it. I think he's
a brutal
like,
start.
Yeah, I actually was into him.
Me too.
I thought he was a better pick than Shakir because I mean, the Bills have had a million. How are you viewing the Bills passing game, actually? It's such a weird wide receiver room. What's your take there?
I was super high on Curtis Samuel, the way that Brady's used him in the past, and I think he actually can win as an outside receiver, which we've never seen from Shakir. I love Shakir, personally. Like, I was huge on him coming in. We have watched every route he's run in the NFL because I'm sick, and I am convinced that the guy's good, but he doesn't get targeted. And they also have seemed like they kind of don't want to make him a full-time player.
They
So
literally bench him all the time for those,
yeah,
like Trent Sherfield running routes ahead of him in playoff games and
yeah.
stuff.
But I swear he's good, and like he was absurdly efficient last year. And all the hype out of camp has been that he's looked amazing, like he kind of always does. But yeah, going in, I'm like, I think Samuel is the guy. He's the guy who can beat man coverage on the outside and actually really surprise people here. It seems like it's probably just going to be a shitload of Kincaid,
A lot of
um,
Kincaid.
and then the
Yeah.
other guys mixing in, and then maybe Coleman has a lot of touchdowns. I watched all of Coleman's routes this preseason, man, and he looks so sloppy. It's just preseason, but
Well,
yeah,
that was what that was what like his coaches and the GM were saying. Is
yeah,
they were saying, he got into camp. They did him at rookie mini camp and stuff, and they were like, man, this guy's got a lot to learn. He's
yeah.
got a lot to learn. Now, I think like I'm not scared of the Bills because Josh Allen. I actually think very similar to the Chiefs last year. Like Josh Allen, you just have that guy in your team. You're like an 11-win team, almost regardless of who you toss out there with him. But this could be a 3,800-yard passing season for him or something instead of 4,500, just because that's the
That's
way offense works.
that's the other thing is I have the Bills running a ton, man. Joe Brady is crazy. I don't think people realize it. Everybody talks about like Harbaugh, and how our offense is going to be so archaic in LA. Joe Brady runs more than Harbaugh in all situations in the red zone. Like historically, that's what he's done. And I think that's basically what we're going to see is just like a ton of James Cook, a ton of Ray Davis, and Josh Allen as well.
You good with Dontavian Wicks here? A.D. Mitchell.
What do you
Tyler
think about Jake
Lockett,
Ferguson? Is he gone? We
he's
triple
gone.
stack
Yeah,
here. Okay.
we could take. I don't know if you feel about Rico Dowdle. He's like kind of the last starting running back available.
Rico
We only
Dowdle
have
is
two.
booty, dude.
He's booty. All right.
Yeah.
Are you a Zeke guy? Or are you taking Dalvin Cook? How are you feeling about that?
I think they're just gonna pass. But yeah, I do have Zeke and some like Jonathan Brooks teams and stuff like that. Feel pretty gross
That
about
makes
it, but
sense. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do Wicks with this pick, and then structurally, we probably need any running back here. We've got Dowdle, Edwards, Benson.
I'd take a shot on the Chargers guys before Dowdle personally.
All right, Edwards just went. I do want more J.K. Dobbins, so that is fine by me.
Jalen Wright would work too.
But he'll come back around. Jalen Wright will come back around. We'll do. I passed up. The viewers, my friends here, they always say I never listen to the guest. I always steamroll them. I take whoever I want. I want that on the record. I got a Rico Dowdle his booty comment, and we passed on Rico Dowdle. There's a great stat here. My friend Easy pulled this one. I guess this isn't a stat. This is more an anecdote. The guy who had more rushing yards than Rico Dowdle his final year at South Carolina is now a regional sales distribution manager for Coca-Cola.
Exactly. Yeah, he like didn't lead his backfield in any of the years past his freshman year. Like I don't know, and it's everything. It's not just volume, like efficiency, everything. I don't know, man. Maybe he's gotten better. Maybe he's gotten better, but
I don't really know what their plan is.
It seems like it's just throw the ball all the time. Like that's what they did at the end of the year. They just kind of give up on running the ball, and that's everything that they've done this offseason is like we just don't care about running. We'll see.
Which is crazy for a McCarthy Schottenheimer team. Isn't that crazy for a McCarthy Schottenheimer team? I would have never expected that. I thought it was kind of a tactical error for them to not get. I mean, Braylon Allen was the man. Braylon Allen would have been the perfect selection for them. I still don't really understand why they didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't understand much about what Dallas does and does not do. I don't give any brain effort or attention to it at this point. I think it might fall apart.
Previous Best Ball Mania winners, Crane and Liam's were both in July, but the winner last year drafted in late August. I want to say August 29th. It was almost when the contest was over, which would make sense why those would be the two optimal times. In July, nothing's happening. There's no training camp news. So you're going to get rewarded on player takes. I lied to you about Jalen Wright. He did not come back.
When you said it, I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
We're good. Achane will just be healthy and go nuts.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, this team needs Achane down the stretch, and J.K. Dobbins. I mean, if J.K. Dobbins, I don't know. I started out the whole process. I mean, I didn't want to have any of him. Like, I thought, no shot he does anything. This dude is so dust. His calves are different sizes. And then Jacob, he just shows up to training camp day one, week one, no pup, no limitation. Gus Edwards was more limited than him to start training camp. I thought that was so bizarre.
Everything you hear is that he looks great and he's the guy. And he's making $10 a day or something. He makes no money. It's crazy.
$50,000 was his guarantee. There are UDFAs making more guaranteed money. All right. I thought maybe Benson was going to make it back. He does just go right there.
Do you have much Jaleel McLaughlin?
Love Jaleel. Jaleel is a great selection for this team.
I need to get more. Yeah. Ben Gresh, man. Ben Gresh pilled for sure too.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal selection. And then there should be a wide receiver that we can take here. Are you more of a Michael Wilson or more of a Greg Dortch guy with Kyler Murray?
Let's stay on brand. I'll be Greg Dortch guy.
All right, we can. Well, famous last words, but I think we can wait on him. Wide receiver here: Leggett, Wilson, Jalen McMillan, Demario Douglas, Greg Dortch.
It's McMillan, unless you want to just stack up another Arizona guy.
I think we can push this one around because we have our two quarterbacks. Tight end here is just like kind of dead. Komet, Henry, Fant, and
I'm psyched for McMillan. He looks so good.
The guy has McMillions in his name. It feels like an appropriate time of year. Yeah, Bo Nix. I mean, I actually in these drafts when I need a late quarterback, I do Nix with his running backs. That's how I anticipate the offense working. It's just Nix. Mm-hmm. This sounds like an insane thing, but if you're a ball knower, if you watch the games, he throws the most accurate screen pass you've ever seen. He really does. It's in the right spot all the time. The guy's always on the move. It's incredible, man. He's good
made for this offense. It's perfect.
This is
I don't think I've ever heard somebody like reference screen accuracy. That's cool.
It's true though, man. Like you watch some quarterbacks throw a screen pass and it's slow, it's lofted. You know, they don't fire it in there, and it allows the linebacker or the safety, you know, an extra millisecond to line up. Nix is, I mean, it's in the breadbasket every time. I'm like really not. I think people maybe think I'm being facetious, but I'm really not.
No offense.
This is the opposite of a red flag that JK didn't play in the preseason.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
That's a green flag. Yeah, you don't want him doing that. Yeah, Rodgers insanely good at throwing a screen pass. He would do this all the time with Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams. They in Green Bay, they would do a lot of bubble screens, and Rodgers he would check to it a lot of the time, and he'd be very good at that. Like Drake May does not throw a particularly good screen pass. You want a 47-yard bomb rolling to your left off your bad foot. Drake May is going to be a lot better at that than Bo Nix, but Bo Nix is going to throw you like a 4-yard out on time. I mean, that's what Sean Payton is like. I don't know how much basketball you know, but like Rick Carlisle, the Mavericks and Pacers coach, he wants to basically like video game control his quarterback the way that Carlisle wanted to call plays to his point guards, and Nix is going to do that. So there we go. Jaleel and McMillan. One of my hot takes for this year is I actually would not be surprised to see McMillan score more points in half PPR than Chris Godwin.
I love it. Are you buying the hype on all these rookie running backs? Bucky Irving, Ray Davis, all these guys?
Ray Davis, yes, because I think there's a chance that he might just be better than James Cook. Like James Cook is obviously very good, very explosive, but he does a lot of this. Coaches hate when you mess up the small things. They really do. And James Cook messes up a lot of the small things, little things in pass protection, fumbles, drops. You know, Ray Davis. I mean, Ray Davis is. It would be so much funnier if he was 3 months older, but he is 3 months younger than James Cook.
Yeah, man. I think it's so crazy. Like they've clearly needed a short yardage back. They've been trying to like get that guy, and it hasn't worked with all these veterans they brought in. And then they are in round 4, and they've got Braylon Allen and Audrey Esme both on the board, the youngest running backs in the class that are like that prototype. And who they take? Ray Davis, 25 years old.
They know what they want.
I love
man.
it. I love it. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big role.
Yeah. All right, we are up in one pick.
There he is, Greg Dortch, Ray Davis. Man,
Greg
don't be
Dortch,
alive.
Ray Davis. I do love Ray Davis. Braylon Allen is my absolute favorite one. Like I thought Braylon Allen. He was my running back one of the class. I like.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I haven't heard that anywhere. He's nuts, man. He's so big.
All right, I think we take Greg Dortch first because this Herbert, Vidal, Gibson, Bigsby, they're all similar to me. You good with that?
Yeah. Yeah, sell me on Braylon Allen. Sorry if that's bad content. You probably already talked about it a lot on here.
No, it's insanely good content because he's one of my favorite players. But we'll make Braylon Allen. Basically, it comes down to adjusting Ray Davis or Vidal or Gibson.
Ray Davis.
Bang, I love it. So, couple things. The first one is his workout metrics were pretty poor, which normally is going to worry me for a running back if there's a question of the production profile. But there was like no holes in Braylon Allen's production profile. I always like to say he led the Big Ten in rushing as a 17-year-old, but it's not quite true. He finished second, but it's just better if you say he led as a 17-year-old, which is crazy. It was also his first season full-time playing running back. He was recruited as a 4-star linebacker to Wisconsin and then got to spring camp, and they were like, no, you're playing running back. Then his final year, he was playing with an ankle injury. They wanted him. I think they actually did him a solid. I think they realized he was a real NFL prospect and they did him a solid and used him more in the passing game, basically to be like, please continue to draft Wisconsin running backs. And I believe it was the first season of his career. He saw more than 15 targets and he was, at like, it's kind of hard for a running back to add EPA in like the screen game and stuff, but he did in college. He looked pretty fluid and the film watchers seemed to be pretty in on him. So like, I like to watch film, but I don't like to pretend that I really know. And it was such a bad running back class. Like Brooks obviously is the best running back in the class, but you tear your ACL and you start your career slow, you don't get a training camp. I think that increases the margin and he plays on a terrible team. Like Jonathan Brooks plays on maybe they could easily be the worst team in the NFL.
I want to believe. There's a lot of reasons why I want to believe, but yeah, their Vegas implied numbers are horrendous.
It just depends how good of a coach is Greg Canales. Like, is he 5 times better than Frank Reich? Is he 10 times better than Frank Reich? Can he do what Bryce Young's coaches did for him at Alabama? Like, Bryce Young was a much better prospect than he played last year. I don't think he's the 32nd starting quarterback in the NFL. He's probably a little bit better than that, or his ceiling is better than that.
Tyrone Tracy.
Shot in the heart, man. Who's your home league buddies text you? They say, who's your favorite last round pick at running back? Who's your absolute favorite last round pick at running back?
It was Carson Steele before the Piran signing.
Well, that sets us up very nicely for us to take my favorite last running back right now.
Who's that?
Pirine now.
Oh yeah, okay. If Tracy qualifies, then it is him. If not, if it's like more off the wall, you're in a deeper league. It's Sion Vaki for Detroit.
Oh my God, Jacob, dude, you should have been hanging out with me all summer, dude. Love Sion Vaki.
He looks really, really cool. I didn't know much about him until the preseason.
I was gonna say, do you know his story?
A little bit, but go ahead and fill me in. There might be stuff I don't know. Like I didn't know that Braylon Allen was recruited to be a linebacker.
So Vaki had never in his life played on offense before last season, ever. He was a safety. And Utah, I'm going to take P. Ryan if he's there, if that's okay with you.
Cool.
So basically, they just have all these injuries at running back on offense. Mason did go already. Jordan Mason is a good answer to this question. And they were like, I don't know, Vaki, he's pretty good. He's explosive. I think he returned some punts, if my memory serves correctly. He had 100 yards, I think 113 yards rushing his first ever game as a running back. Then they played him at wide receiver in the next game. I think they were just like, I don't know, what can this guy do? And he had 4 receptions for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I looked
Like,
into his
crazy.
career numbers, and they were good. Like, he was avoiding tackles at a high rate and everything. Obviously, a really small sample size. But I didn't know he played a receiver too. That's fun. And then he was getting a ton of receiving work in the preseason.
All right.
And he didn't. You're telling me he didn't play offense here? He didn't play offense in high school?
Starting safety in high school.
Colby Parkinson.
Yeah, let's go. I love that. That is a this is so inside baseball. You wouldn't even, and I honestly envy you for not even to be cursed by this thought. He plays the Arizona Cardinals in week 17, which means that if this team advances to week 17, it means that we are drafting for a Rams Cardinals boat race in week 17. Yeah, Vaki drafted before Braylon Allen.
Right.
As a running back.
Yeah.
Well, people didn't know, because I was doing these shows in like February and stuff, like for dynasty stuff. And I was telling my co-host, I was like, do you guys know about this guy from Utah? And they were like, he might be getting drafted as a safety, And the Lions were like, no, that guy's a running back. I mean, making an NFL roster as a running back less than a year after converting to that position is crazy stuff.
I love it. And yeah, Jordan Mason is a great pick for sure. I feel like he's going to get picked earlier than what we're talking about, but you never know with home leagues.
Yeah, he went in this. I bet he went very early in this because
he went like 3 rounds ago.
Yeah, these sweaty nerds they love to compete to be the smartest guy in the room. Yeah, he went 157, so he was a 14th round pick. So again, more game theory. He's an incredibly good pick in this contest because he won't be on 50% of the teams or something.
Yeah.
50% of the drafts that go off in this, he won't be drafted, which is another reason why Pete Ryan is such a strong selection. I got no love for Trey Sermon. Dude runs like he's got a piano on his back. Honestly, I think the most likely thing that happens there if Jonathan Taylor misses is like a legit, the most disgusting 3-way timeshare that you've ever seen in your life. I don't even know. Do they have anyone interesting on their practice squad? I bet they probably re-signed Hole to their practice squad. I haven't looked today.
I think that they were going to re-sign Hole, and yeah, I think he's sort of interesting. Yeah. I don't see any news that he's re-signed yet.
Okay. Brandon has a hot take on the Kyren situation. McVay said during a preseason game that it's basically a run play now. So I don't. Yeah, where are you at on Corum, Kyren, Ronnie Rivers? What are you making of Kyren Williams, the punt returner?
Moved Corum up a little bit. I was already pretty high on him. Didn't move Kyren, and added Ronnie Rivers to some dynasty benches when heard McVay talk about him. Most improved player, I think he said.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wilson is worth a dart, but
sure.
All right. Total sleeper wide receiver, your favorite sleeper wide receiver, anyone you want, the deepest, darkest name you can imagine.
It definitely would have been Jacob Cowing for San Fran before the Ayuk news. I don't know if it changes much with Ayuk. He's still just like contingent on injury, so I'm into that.
Cowing?
Yeah.
I bet Jacob Cowing is 5% drafted.
Malik Washington's gone, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, he is. Again, you can't. These people, man. These people, when they leave their basement today, when this tournament closes,
Yoshivas is gone.
Yoshivas is gone.
Yeah.
This is, you know what? Great logic here. The Niners'
our last pick?
Yeah, that's our last pick, round 18.
Yes, that's spot on.
The Niners' second pick is always the one you want. Yes, this is a best ball mania. This was 149. Jacob, this is our team. CeeDee Lamb, Devin Achane, Devontae Adams, Trey McBride, Terry McLaurin, Kyler Murray, Keon Coleman, Jalen Warren, Dak Prescott, Dontavian Wicks, J.K. Dobbins, Jaleel McLaughlin, Jalen McMillan, Greg Dortch, Ray Davis, Samaj P. Ryan, and Jacob Cowing.
It's a dope team. We wish that we didn't have Terry McLaurin, but everything else I think stacks up really well.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish Terry McLaurin's name said Xavier Worthy. If that was the case, we'd be feeling way better.
Yeah, Worthy was on the board.
No, Worthy was. I
Oh,
never
okay.
would have let that happen.
Okay.
Worthy. I assume this guy drafting to our right recognized my screen name or is watching and knew there was no chance Xavier Worthy was getting through there. Pretty good team. I will let me label this one so that when we win $1.5 million, I don't forget to send you your share.
Win
Jacob
1.5
Black.
and everybody goes to analyze it and it's like, this guy does not know what the hell he's doing. Literally my first BBM.
That would be, buddy. That would be great for the game. Someone winning Best Ball Mania on their lone entry would be beautiful for this game that we play. All right, Jacob, tell people about the Fantasy Football Today newsletter and your new podcast with Dan.
Yeah, man. Fantasy Football Today newsletter. If you just Google that, it'll take you right there. It's free. I'm going to deliver it to you 6 days a week during the season. And it's dope. I'm obviously biased, but I think it is one of the best newsletters in the game. Putting a lot of work into that. So check that out. DFS, season-long stuff, everything you need. Just a really deep dive. If you are aware of me on Twitter, you know that it's just going to be a ridiculous amount of information. That's what the newsletter is.
Yeah, I gotta say, your tweets, man, they're actually too good to be free. They're actually you are. I would never share one of your tweets in my my group chat with my league mates because I don't want them being woke enough to the stats. So
My tweets.
I really appreciate what you've been doing.
Thank you. My tweets are the equivalent of Evan Silva and Daigle yesterday, where they're too good at the game. No, it doesn't even make sense to anybody. The other thing is, yeah, the podcast just launched a new podcast. It's Beyond the Box Score. You can find it on Fantasy Football Today. It's great. We're gonna have rotating guests on each week. Just had Matthew Berry on with Ian Hartitz
Pretty sick.
and Dwayne McFarland. Yeah, man, what the hell? Week one guest is Lord Reeves, Rich Hribar, best in the biz, 101. Couldn't believe that he was able to come on. So excited for that. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year.
All right, Jacob, thank you very much for joining me, dude. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun.
All right. Everyone, make sure that you are following Jacob on Twitter. Make sure that you're checking out the Fantasy Football Today newsletter and that you are just keeping up with all of his awesome stuff. And I need to send a tweet out that I'm doing number 150, and then I'm going to hop in and I'm going to draft number 150 here very soon. Kind of crazy. I'm really hoping that none of these get canceled. I did also doing 150 right now. I meant to say this reminder. After I do 150, I am going to do a draft with subscribers, with people who are in the Discord. So that is either people who are signed up to the Patreon or people who are members of the YouTube channel. I've got a private league created. As soon as I get done with 150, I'm going to put that link in the Discord and going to draft that on stream. And I'm going to free roll the winner $150. So not crazy, but just a little bit of something there for all of us to sweat out together. A little bit of bragging rights. Man, I can't believe it. Man. Number 150. When I started this, yeah, it's just a best ball league on Underdog. It is just a standard 12-man league. I'm gonna free roll the winner $150, and yeah, it's beautiful. Could do this. Could reach around to get. It's crazy, dude. Number 150. We did it. I did upload the new CSV. I did have time to take 6 seconds to breathe today and upload my new CSV rankings. Number 150, boys. Number 150. And we get pick 6. Is it faded? Is it faded to get pick 6 on number 150? Is it destiny? I think it might be. I mean, imagine one of these guys snaps off Justin Jefferson, and I have to take Jamar Chase on 150. I think it might be destiny though. So if you guys remember the very first stream, I'd gotten fired. Didn't get fired. I got laid off. Very first stream, Rich Hribar's on. It's July 2nd. Who do we get at 109? We got Justin Jefferson at 109. It feels pretty perfect. It feels pretty perfect, and I hope that it works out. I need to close this old draft board. Pop it out. Come on, guys. Let's all do the right thing here. No one snapped Justin Jefferson from me. Share the tab. CeeDee Lamb goes 1 in my final Best Ball Mania draft. I didn't actually get fired. I got laid off because my old company just decided that they wanted SportsGrid decided they just wanted guys who were in my position to be contract workers. Vandy, you're the man. Vandy, you are a YouTube member. You should definitely make sure in the chat here in a second to you should not miss the draft. Wow, Justin Jefferson does get snapped. Justin Jefferson does get snapped by J Dubs 1035. No, we can't even be mad, guys. We can't even be mad. All right, let's do Amon-Ra St. Brown. What if getting sniped on Justin Jefferson is what you need? Best ball moderate is in the 11 spot. Don't get Amani Bailey, man. Don't get Amani Bailey. Yeah, gonna have to settle for only 25% Justin Jefferson. Tough. Time to cue mini men. Time to push the plane. I wish I should have uploaded some cool. This is true. Famously, all the winners do get sniped. That is true. Microcosms is here in the 1. Mini men. It's very funny. I need to open up the other underdog tab so that I can. Oh wow, it's storming outside of my house. What do you think that means? What does it storming outside mean? Is that good or bad? Do we think that means that my draft is full of lightning and thunder? I hope so. Sniped in round 1. Got one thrown. Yeah, I mean, hey man, stay by your phone, guys. Stay by your phone. No one wants to do 149. Wow, Cooper Kupp in front of Puka Nacua in this one, fellas. Cooper Kupp at 15, Puka Nacua still on the board for Steel Cat. All right. It's about to pour, fellas. It's so true. That is so true. So I think it's just that the vibes around the Saints and the Raiders are so bad. If they were either of those teams were any better, they would have gotten smashed up. There's no doubt about it. Streamed. All right, boys. What if Amon-Ra St. Brown and Devin A-Chain in round 2 is what you need to win Best Ball Mania? If that's what you need to win Best Ball Mania, I bet that is the first time that I have those combination of players. I bet that is the first time. Wow. Shout out to you, ATX Bearcat. A true OG. Man hanging out in the Discord, a great guy. See, I like this. That's interesting because I like this combination. I think St. Brown is, your weekly 17-pointer guy. And A-Chain is your ceilings guy. Unique combinatorics right there. That is true. Yeah, please drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm working right now on what my in-season schedule is going to be. I mean, obviously we are gonna know. I'm gonna know week 1 what the exact schedule is going to be. I'm thinking, obviously Gilcast on Sundays. Monday is going to be kind of like the portfolio review style show, whatever that ends up being. Battle Royales. I mean, Battle Royales are a lock. All right, and we will say the line Bart. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to take Rashee Rice. Come on, I'm not gonna have a Chief on my 150. I was gonna take DJ Moore, but come on, we have to get a minimum of 1 Kansas City Chief. Of course, we have to take Rashee Rice on 150. Is Traylon Burks an okay pick in round 18 as a Jags bring back? Yeah. No buyer's remorse. It's true. That is still say the line Bart. It's not as say the line Bart. True. Oh, go Birds. I'm not even close to this, man. I'm actually making slow picks. Literally while I was drafting with Jacob, I got notifications that I had 10 minutes left on a couple streams. Yes, Hunter. There will be a minimum of 2 Battle Royale streams per week, maybe more, honestly. I'm thinking that is probably likely going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays for Battle Royale streams, but very open to moving that around. Stefan, a good man, a friend of the channel. Thank you, sir. I do. I just actually really. You guys are doing me a favor by being active in the chat. It seems like my favorite streamer answer my question, talk to me, whatever, all of that. But commenting on the streams keeps me locked in, keeps me from thinking that I am just sitting here chatting to myself. Ashton is gonna try and max week 1. Hey man. It's a tall feat. It's the maxing Battle Royale is so difficult. I guess it's not difficult, but it's very time consuming because you can't auto draft them. A lot of the guys who max the NBA dailies and the baseball dailies do so on auto draft. They auto draft MLB and they auto draft NBA. It's much more difficult to do. All right, guys, we are up in 2 picks. By my rank, it's Travis Kelce. But I'm actually going to leave Travis Kelce or maybe hope Vandy takes him here. And I'm going to do something else. I'm going to say the line Bart a little bit more. I'll talk about this in a second. I'm going to do Patrick Mahomes with Rashee Rice. We got to do a cheap stack for the last one. You can auto NFL, but it would... Your correlations wouldn't be exactly as dialed in as you wanted. The DFS Millie Maker week 1, none or 1. I don't really MME NFL. Yeah, in theory you can do it. I don't know if I guess I will. I got shot. Pick 46, Xavier Worthy to EDL Ware. Final draft. Mini man. That's okay. We got Rashee. We got Rashee and Mahomes. Can't possibly complain about getting Rashee and Mahomes on 150. I mean, it would have been not a very fun time to end the last draft without Patrick Mahomes. Because he, at the end of the day, he's the straw that stirs the drink. Mahomes is the straw that stirs the drink. You're very unlikely to win with Worthy and Rice together and without Mahomes. Week 1 DFS takes. Gonna have to tune in, brother. Gonna have to tune on in to the streams. Wow, someone, I don't know who, I guess this AJ Brown drafter is about to get an absolute gift because I'm not gonna take him. Yeah, oh, okay, never mind. All right. So by my rank, it's clearly Cooper, but Pickens is the bring back. Huh. I think we got to do the bring back. We absolutely have to do the bring back for the vibes. For the vibes, week 17, it's where we all started. It's where we all started. We got to do it for the bring back in week 17. Oh, sir. He didn't want to do it, but he needed wide receiver upside. Here's the thing, man. You should have let me linger a little bit more. You should have fought me a little bit more. You should have taken Pittman first or McLaurin first. What do I say to those folks? But why take Mahomes in round 4 when you can take Stroud in round 7? I think that's fine. I think my level of belief in Mahomes and my level of confidence that he is the best quarterback in fantasy and in regular football and in football overall is just higher than it is with Stroud. Not that Stroud is bad, but I just feel more confident in Andy Reid than I do in Bobby Slowick. Slightly more confident in Mahomes than Stroud. Yeah, I mean the rushing yards are nice. I don't think you count on that stuff in the regular season, but it's nice. You know, it definitely does not hurt. Mahomes referenced Brady in an interview recently. Mahomes going full Brady 2007. Never say never, man. This is a brutal spot, dude. Brutal spot to be in. I don't really want a running back. Yeah, and the tight ends are gone. I'm going to take Christian Watson. Gives me another quarterback. Yeah, I think this is true. I didn't update my rankings today yet, but I will be moving Pickens slightly back up. I mean, Stroud could definitely go full Manning 2004, of course. It is funny, Tom. This is funny that JT and Saquon go so late on a half PPR site, and there are just more casual players on DraftKings, so the running backs go early. Spurious, I respect you. Thank you for hanging out, brother. You know what? I am losing some respect for EDL where back-to-back picks of Pittman and Godwin over JSN. Can't respect it, brother. Can't respect it. All right, we are gonna get some nice values coming back around here, so we are gonna be okay. GM Bindles, cheers to you, man. We're getting a lot of teams in. We put the work in. We put the work in this offseason. You know, I feel pretty good. I feel very good about what we did on the channel. Actually, just as we started, I just got a notification that we got to 1500,000. That's all right. Yeah, 1500,000 views. So that's a lot of views. It's a lot of views on the channel. Oh, Joel. He took Justin Jefferson at 5, got him with Watson. Good luck to you, man. I mean, I hope this team sucks. I hope this team you're drafting right now sucks. But thank you for hanging out, man. I appreciate you. You're a good dude. All right. Hollywood Brown goes the pick before, so we miss. Looks like a nice little ADP value here on Mr. Montgomery. Montgomery and A-Chain is actually the platonic ideal of a best ball running back room, where you've got your yes, there we go. Sorry. Yes. This many 1500,000. I am, dude. Embarrassing. I'm always doing this to myself. This is what I mean. No, I would not have fun in any math, anything. Keep that in mind as we get into The Sims. 150. There we go. I told you guys my brain is mush, dude. 150,000. It's a lot of views, but it's not 1,500,000. I could see 15 trillion million, correct. I could see Connor being over Montgomery. But at this stage, I'm just taking a little bit of the ADP value, to be honest. I don't even really like Christian Watson there. I would have really preferred Roma Dunze. I also felt like this, but I had to let Jacob cook. Man. Jacob is doing phenomenal work. Honestly, Baki scares me for Gibbs, man. Clip that. Put that on social media, brother. Sion Vaki is a legitimate threat to some of the gadget shit. The passes in the flat, long down and distance stuff that Jahmyr Gibbs gets. You don't have to like it, but it is true. Oof. Yeah, man. I would not feel very happy having been a fader. Wow. One of the Houston drafters is going to get an insane value. This guy, he knows. Oh, yeah. Vandy. Well, what are you going to do, Vandy? Are you going to take Stroud, or are you going to pass him around again? Yeah, I had to do it. All right. Oh, freaking Bowers, dude. Easy. Man, if this exact combination of players, if A-Chain, Rashee Rice, Mahomes, and Bowers are what you need to win Best Ball Mania 5, have to think my portfolio is already worth $1.5 million, to be honest. Yeah, the vibes could not be worse in New Orleans. It would be incredibly hard. That's what you think, brother. That's what you think, but I would reconsider. Heading off to work. Sladen, you were early adopter of the channel. Also, true, you do need Justin Jefferson in the first. You do. All alphas here on the program. All right, through 8 rounds, St. Brown, A-Chain, Rashee, Mahomes, Pickens, Watson. Oh, Montgomery. I didn't even realize Montgomery with St. Brown, and one Mr. B. Bowers. What was the most wild or random combos or players to win the first 4 BBMs? I mean, it was definitely the Rashad Penny. In my opinion, the Rashad Penny on Liam's team, because he was dead all year. You could maybe say Herzig's team with being the only one who had Kamara in the finals, but the Rashad Penny resurgence from the dead on Liam's team was really something to behold. All right, Chase Brown got snapped, Zamir White got snapped, Rico Dowdle's still there. Wide receiver would be Shakir or Wicks. We've got St. Brown, Rashee, Pickens, Christian Watson. Javonte went. Okay, so that's going to be... look, guys, I know that Khalil Shakir is ranked slightly ahead, but this is 150. We got to play the hits. Taking Dontavian Wicks. Only playing the hits here on the program. Deneric Prince to the Dolphins practice squad. Yikes. I did not call Liam a fluke. Liam believes, man. Liam believes. No late August Pukas or Kyrans this year in BBM. Mason was the best late riser. What if he's not, man? What if it's Samaj Pirine? What if it's Malik Washington? If you made me maybe guess right now on August 30th, Malik Washington is my best guess for this year's Puka Nacua. Yes, the Truth Serum video is out on the Deposit Kingdom channel. No surprises. Your boy was number one, the hottest take. Akers did outcarry Kyron last season in week 1. It's true. Forgetting about Jalen Naylor. I don't know. I did kind of like him as a prospect, to be honest. Any players you wish you hadn't mostly faded? No. I mean, I'm a little light on Shakir, but that feels fine. Like, who cares about being a little bit light on Shakir? And I was only light on him because of Curtis Samuel, but Curtis Samuel is already injured. Number one worst take? I don't know. I got a lot of bad takes. Love Malik Washington. How much am I fading Chase? I mean, I'm fading Chase because he goes ahead of Justin Jefferson. If he didn't go ahead of Justin Jefferson, I would have a very normal amount of him. But I'm just living my truth out here, boss. Marquise Brown is a no-go. He's already ruled out, man. He's already ruled out for week 1, and Justin Watson will be playing ahead of him. I'm not ahead of him. He'll be playing ahead of like Smith-Schuster or whatever. Although Andy Reid did just say Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be active in week 1. Wow. Vandy leaves me Rico Dowdle. Vandy, a friend of the program. Jalen Tolbert is this year's Puka. Oh, this is a good game. Guess Samaj P. Ryan's showdown price. 5,600 G-Warsh. 5,600. Yes, I did see the worthy quote. The Andy Reid one, who said he was a little bit worried about tossing a rookie in there, but that he said, basically like, let's just see how it goes. That's not that concerning of a quote for me. Yeah. P. Ryan, aren't salaries already out for this game? Aren't salaries already out? There's no way he'll be 200. No shot. He's much more likely to be more expensive, too expensive than less expensive. This is the right answer. June Rashi is this year's Puka. Could not be more accurate. Could not be more accurate of a statement. That is 100% true. Exactly. This is why it's not a concerning quote. Reid never tosses a rookie wide receiver in there, and I don't really see what other option he has. So he is probably worried about what it's going to be like to just be like, well, and running back is different though. Running back, because the West Coast offense is very easy to run for a running back. It's much more difficult for a wide receiver because most of what the wide receivers do in Andy Reid's offense are option routes. So what they're going to do on a given snap is not predetermined. They don't know what route they're going to run until they're literally running it. Benny? Thank you, brother. You're a good dude. You're a very good dude. Okay, I'm going to make a pick here. I'm not going to, normally I do show my queue, but I put a couple names in there that I don't want to forget. And we've got friends and family here in this draft. So I'm going to make this pick and not show my queue until I make the picks. So I'm going to take Jared Goff. And I did not double check bye weeks there because I've never been in this spot of the draft before where I have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Mahomes. So I did just take Jared Goff with my first round pick, St. Brown, and with David Montgomery. We took the running backs are A-Chain, David Montgomery, and Dowdle. The wide receivers are St. Brown, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, and our tight end is Brock Bowers. I'm not going to lie, we are fucking cooking right now. This is a really good team. Jalen Polk, when May becomes the starter, I'd love to do my Golden 4 on stream, but I already did it. It launched this morning, and I just immediately did it. Let's see if it's any good. Let's see if my Golden 4 team is any good. I'm not out on Brennan Rice, but I have Malik Washington significantly ahead. On my Golden 4 team, I did get Justin Jefferson at pick 5. I had Purdy and Debo, Darnold and Jefferson. Beautiful. Imagine not knowing if you made your 150th bullet dead with a QB pick. Wild adrenaline. Well, I would have taken Drake May, and so it would have been undead. Well, this makes actually a ton of sense that May would target Baker more than Polk in the preseason. That would 100% make sense because Drake May wants to throw the ball long. Drake May wants to throw that ball deep. He does not want to be dinking and or dunking. And if you don't want to be dinking and or dunking, you want to throw it to the guy who is fast. What happens to all the sharps when it's Henry and Saquon you needed? We're just running bad, dude. Come on, we're just running bad. That's all. No, Frankie. I'm about to tweet it in the Discord soon. I'm about to tweet the link for subscribers in the Discord. All right. Running back could make sense here. Wide receiver could make sense here. Second tight end could make sense here. Could really do anything. I don't really see any obvious correlations. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Jordan Mason at pick 139. Yep, league is first come, first serve. So I'm going to @ everyone in the Discord. Everyone who hops in, you are going to be on the stream draft. And that's it. That's all. I mean, it would be, don't get me wrong, it would be truly, truly funny if Saquon, Henry, Pittman, and Rachaad White were the guys that you need. Does it hurt you that much? Yeah, you give up about 20 points. And even if you have a good team, 20 points is well within the range to not advance a good team if you're giving up 20 points, you know, between first and second or second and third or whatever. What about Guerendo? Well, he is going to be active to be the kick returner. So don't get me wrong. I don't think Guerendo is a 0, but he was not a very good college running back. He was at Wisconsin, never played, actually was behind Braylon Allen and Chez Malusi. And he was in a backfield split with Jawar Jordan, who just got cut by the Texans. I did pass on Khalil Shakir, like the 67th best wide receiver in the NFL, and I did so very happily, honestly. I was incredibly happy to do it. Would have liked to have gotten Leggett on this team. Oh, yes, Mr. Mass Breaks. I will be watching games. You can't even see my Sooners helmet when I angle it like this. How about, you like this one? I don't think I've ever even really shown this off. This is a great one. Look at that Sam Bradford figurine, bro. I will be watching Temple, Oklahoma tonight, rooting on Jackson Arnold and Deion Banks. Yeah, Guerendo has already had a hamstring injury and a groin injury. Yeah, what do you know about a Sam Bradford figurine, brother? What do you know about that? What do you know? It seems like you know very little, Mr. Artillery Frost. Well, I was really feeling a snipe there. No snipe. How about adding Jalen McMillan? What's my exposure? I bet it's pretty low. I bet my Jordan Love exposure is pretty low. No, it's exactly 8%. It's exactly 8%. I almost took Tolbert right there. I almost did just take Jalen Tolbert there over Rico Dowdle. Producer, Jalen McMillan. Well, CeeDee Lamb was actually better in college than JJ. CeeDee Lamb was actually better in college than Justin Jefferson. People forget. The thing about taking Jordan Love is that every time you want to pick Jordan Love, you want to take a running back or you want to take a tight end is the deal. Yeah, Hurts to Lamb. Oh man, what an unbelievable CeeDee Lamb. But people do truly forget he was an unfrickin' believable college wide receiver. Those Oklahoma teams, people do forget Henry Ruggs was selected before CeeDee Lamb. This 2018 Oklahoma team. Kyler Murray, Trey Sermon, TJ Pledger, Marquise Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Grant Calcaterra, Charleston Rambo, XFL stud. What a team. What a team. CeeDee would have been the first wide receiver in his draft if Mike Davis and the Broncos weren't morons. That's absolutely true. Also true. I don't really know what to do for second tight. This might be a 3 tight end team, actually. I wonder, is there an obvious tight end pick here? I would have taken Hawkinson, but he's gone. This feels like a good Jonnu team later, maybe. Do you guys want to hear someone say the line? How bad do you want me to say the line? I live and die. I live and die by the Kansas City Chiefs. Top 5 quarterback scores week 17. Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, and Sam Darnold. How about that? How about that? It is kind of a Brian Bosworth mullet. We do know, unironically, in a Best Ball Mania last night, I was just doing a bunch of these so that I could have 2 left for the stream today. And he went in the 11th round. Smosh Piran went in the 11th round. Thinking about taking the Vikings in Survivor. I literally, they play the Giants. I like that. I honestly, I would love to. Which I don't know how. I have to add the music to which I don't know if I can do. I don't know if I can do it midstream. I guess I probably can. I mean, that would have been elite. I didn't plan that very well. Oh shit! I showed it was in my queue. I'm gonna take Jalen Tolbert here. I like Jalen Tolbert. Now I'm gonna get sniped, which is fine. It's fine to get sniped sometimes. How much? 350 is a good number. 350 is a good number. Here, I will. I'm gonna change the music. No, this is terrible. I'm gonna go back to the lo-fi music and. All right, guys, if you are in the Discord, I just added everyone. If you're in the Discord, Liam, you think 300? You think 350 is bad on Pirine? Nah, see, I don't think. I mean, I think Pirine is just a good play straight up. You'll know when to start him. I mean, it might be there might be some bad weeks where, yes, no, I definitely would spend bank on Mason. I definitely would jam it in on Mason. I would spend a good bit on Malik Washington would be another one. Yeah, Fields in week 17, man. It's true. I just got to keep taking Jalen's. He's a great desperation PPR too. About as good as it gets for a desperation PPR running back too. Could take Jalen Naylor. Probably won't. Rashad Bateman. All right, Malik Washington. Bang. I got this. That's everyone I wanted for the final one. That's everyone I wanted. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Devin A-Chain. I mean, this would be so perfect. If this was Justin Jefferson, it'd be gosh darn perfect. A-Chain, Rashi, Mahomes, Pickens. This actually be perfect. If I could change Pickens to Worthy and St. Brown to Jefferson, I got no complaints about the rest of this. This is right how I guess, I mean, maybe Chase Brown at 115 or whatever, but this is pretty much right how I wanted this one to go. It always does that to me. This is true. This is true. People weren't starting Jerick McKinnon that year. In fact, I was one of those teams. I was one of those teams that was not starting him. Yeah, 150 is not for the card tree, bro. 150 is not for the card tree. It's to make money. Yes. So the format for the private league it's like the marathon. That's all it is. It is weeks 1 through 17, most points scored. That's all. What's next? Battle Royales, daily fantasy sports. I don't know if you guys saw, but now an official partner of Roto Grinders. So we're going to be doing a ton of stuff with their tools, their season long, but also the season does not start for 6 more days. We got plenty more drafts to do. I'm going to do a couple more big dogs. We got lots. We got lots coming up. And it looks like I miscalculated and the other league is about to fill. We need a tight end. Kate Otten. Do I even want Kate Otten? I don't really. He is a good pick here, though. Ben Sinnott is way more fun. Nothing like double. Oh, and I'm the influencer. 101. All right, the private league, all the boys in here. I got one more pick to make in Ball Mania, and then we'll be jamming it. And I'm gonna. That's so true. Yeah. What am I gonna do? I'm taking Justin Jefferson 101 overall. Justin Jefferson in the free roll league. I mean, imagine you guys let me win my own free rolled league. Thoughts on people saying Puka will be bad because Cooper is coming back? Seems crazy. But maybe. Yeah, I did take Justin Jefferson number 1 overall in the streamed league. My final pick. And it's too bad it can't be a Chief, right? There's no possible Chief who could be taken here. Is there? There really isn't. There's not really a Chief you could take. I can't take Carson Steele. Running back room. A-Chain, Montgomery, Dowdle, Mason, P. Ryan. Probably need one more running back. Is there a scroll the F down running back? Emmanuel Wilson. That's another Packer. Could do a super dusty third tight end. Greg Dulcich actually fits what we're doing here. Greg Dulcich very much fits. Oh, it's Vaki. Sion, no. Draft. I don't know, guys. How did I almost mess this up? Come on. There we go. Shout out to everyone who said Sion Vaki. Thank you. Of course. Sion Vaki had to be the final pick. Of course he had to be the final pick. Obviously. Of course. Nimble fingers. This is true. There is no shot that any team has David Montgomery and Saquon Barkley. Absolutely no shot. There it is. Best Ball Mania 3, Baseball Mania 5 is done. St. Brown, A-Chain, Rice, Mahomes, Pickens, Watson, David Montgomery, Brock Bowers, Dontavian Wicks, Rico Dowdle, Jared Goff, Jordan Mason, Jalen McMillan, Samaj P. Ryan, Jalen Tolbert, Malik Washington, Ben Sinnott, and Saquon Barkley. Incredible. Incredible stuff. But we got it done. There was no shot that we weren't going to get it done. And now we are entered into what I assume is the pissiest of piss boys drafts. The Discord League. Everyone who is in there. Monty Vaki on a few. Incredible. What if Vaki is who you need? I gotta tweet that out. I gotta tweet out that my final pick in Best Ball Mania was Saquon Barkley. Pretty woke. Wow, kind of high tea here. Kind of high tea. We got A-Chain at the turn, early Jonathan Taylor, Neighbors early. What are they going to give me here at the turn? Hard over. Hard over. FF Doom, thank you. I appreciate you, brother. What are they going to give me here at the turn? Probably some dusty guys. Brandon Ayuk. All right, I will take Devontae Adams and Rashee Rice. And then I have got to pee so bad. I will be right back. All right, boys. How are we doing here in the stream's Discord draft? Yeah, we got to pick up the pace, man. We are dying on the vine. Let's see. Should I try and get a big dog going? Do you think there are enough? Do you think there's enough blood in the water? Oh, I got 4 minutes left on a slow puppy. Let's see. Nice team. CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, and Kyron Williams there. Bijan, Waddle, DJ Moore. Jake Twitch is he's cooking. Oh, I got shot. I got shot in my own draft. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. All right. Let's see if we can get a big dog cooking. 7 more for a big dog. Let's see if we can do it. Seth, this is the Discord league. So this is a self-contained 12-man league with guys who are members of this YouTube channel or who subscribe to patreon.com/Davis Mattek. Probably a bad SEO content for me here, but we're vibing. Oh, 12 hole in my main event. Who do I rip off at 12-13? I have not drafted at a 12 hole yet. My instinct is to tell you to take McBride and your favorite wide receiver. It is a $3 draft, but I'm free rolling the winner $150, so it's not a zero, bro. It is not a zero. Oh no. Yeah. I think at the 12th. Yes, I love doing A chain there. Nico, you don't have to take as early in the FFPC. All right, let me. I'm gonna tweet out a link so that I can see if we can get a big dog going. And also, can some more people please like the stream? I'm begging you. I'm crying. I'm vomiting. I'm puking. Please like the stream. Please subscribe. You know, the subscriptions are going to be key as we get into the regular season, because I assume that my stuff is not going to show up near as well. All right, I'm going to do Lamar and Andrews in my own self-contained league. They can't stop me. I'm going to assume that my stuff is not going to show up in the algorithm near as well. And so the subscriptions and just knowing that people are locked into the DFS videos and things. 135 likes. Can we get to 200? Can we get to 200 likes, boys? That feels like a reasonable ask for my 150th Best Ball Mania. Gonna tweet out that we need 7 more for a big dog. Maybe I can get the high stakes community to come and chase some of this sweet streamer EV. No EV to be found in this draft. Is no one's doing any bits yet. Who is Devon Vele? I don't really know how to say it. Guess he's not famous enough yet. He is the guy who basically made Josh Reynolds and Tim Patrick, particularly Tim Patrick, expendable for the Denver Broncos. Need 6 more for a big dog. I'm going to go and post in the Legendary Upside Discord. 6 more for big dog. Going to post in Pete's Discord at Philly Big Dog. Six more for big dog. Wow, Michael Thomas suspended 1 game for a violation of NFL rules. Crazy. First place is dinner with Crack Rock and Davis and Mar-a-Lago. I mean, imagine. How do you become a YouTube member? There doesn't appear to be a join or a membership option after you've subscribed. I think you have to be on desktop. This is fine says mine shows a join button on mobile, but you have to hide the chat. So you have to move the chat button down. Vele is a Denver Broncos wide receiver. I think he's literally like their wide receiver 5. I think some people have drafted him. I would guess his ownership percentage is above 1, but I can't imagine that he's a very good click. See if we can get this big dog filled after no one's doing any bits, man. No one is doing any bits. I mean, we're not going to get an early Wan'Dale Robinson pick. I guess Jake kind of did a bit. He shot me in my own draft. And he did take Kyle Pitts, which is kind of doing a bit in its own way. Maybe people are just really gunning for that sweet, sweet streamer dollars. Rice at 301 is a good bit. That's true. So you can join at what gets true. You will miss some of the chat. You can always you can open it up in another tab, or if you really want to be in the Discord, but you don't want to lose the chat, you can go to www.patreon.com/DavisMattek, and you can check out all my written content, my rankings, and all of that stuff there. True, Rice, people do forget Rice was a 2-3 turn pick in March. No doubt about it. My guy has already maxed the big dog, or he would join. Well, you know. Oh, A-Chain McBride is a very good start. A-Chain McBride is a very good start, too. Let's check my final ownerships here. Tournaments only. Best Ball Mania. How do I find it? Oh, it's probably all the way at the top. Final ownerships. Well, it's not gonna show. It's not gonna show the one I just did. Yeah, it's gonna show 149. What's the better sub, Patreon or the YouTube? I mean, honestly, the YouTube one is easier. The YouTube one is definitely easier, but you are gonna get more content with the Patreon. You get more content on the Patreon. That's true. No, this is not my last day streaming drafts. I'll be streaming drafts until the season starts. I've got a high stakes draft with Jacob tomorrow, and I will be continuing to stream all of these. I will be continuing to stream all this stuff. There's a hound dog open. There's a big dog open. We got lots of contests. All right, let's do this exposure check. Xavier Worthy, 30.2%. Didn't get him on that last team, so I guess it's going to go down a smidgen. Jalen Warren, Chase Brown, Hollywood Brown, DJ Moore, Rico Dowdle, Dontavian Wicks, Blake Corum. Blake Corum, that's a little surprising. Braylon Allen, Rashee Rice, Jermaine Burton, I don't love that one. Noah Fant, I also don't love that one. I wish Bowers was higher. Feels a little bit low for Bowers. Any non-Chiefs starters under 10%. Wow, here we go. Get Davis to 200 likes before 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, and Josh will gift you guys membership so you don't even have to sign up. It's true. 306 watching to 150 likes is a bad ratio. Bad ratio, boys. If I refresh, is it going to give me 150? I need this for the screen. I need 150 for the screenshot. Tournaments only. Best Ball Mania. No, it's gonna wait. It's gonna wait the update. Yeah, it is funny, especially because like I think about it based on how I'm drafting everything, like how I'm drafting on DraftKings, how I'm drafting here, how I'm drafting everywhere, and it doesn't always work. Mahomes is my most drafted quarterback in Best Ball Mania. May is number 2. Huh. Stafford is number 3. I would definitely not have predicted that. I wonder how that's so high. I guess every time I took Cup, I probably took Stafford. And most of the time when I took Puka, I took Stafford. Huh. I would not have guessed that either. Caleb, Purdy, Fields. That's a lot of Justin Fields. It's a lot of Bo Nix. Let's see how I did at running back. This is 50-50 bit versus real. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Refresh the drafts page. CD highlights in college, man. CD highlights in college were unbelievable. All right, I will go back to drafts. I will refresh again. And maybe we'll get to 150. Completed 2024 NFL season, 767 drafts. Exposure. Tournaments only. And I now will have done one sit and go now that we're doing it with the take cast guys. Apply. Still only 149. I have to apply it like 20 times. Okay, hold on. I got to make my pick real quick here. I've got Lamar, Mixon. Of course, Mixon goes way after ADP in this. Gosh, they took Wicks from me, brother. All right, I'm taking Khalil Shakir. Now I'm really doing bits. Oh, Jalen Warren. They're giving me Jalen Warren. Free. All right, you guys say spam apply. I'm spamming it. I couldn't be clicking apply anymore. Just found my Patreon sub. Do you lapsed? Is there preference? No, honestly, it's all the same. It's all the same It's all the same to me. Yeah, I've got Wicks one spot ahead of Dobbs. All right, I'll do 20 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There you guys. You guys officially know that that I can count. Well, I'm not feeling optimistic about this big dog. I'm feeling anti-optimistic about this this big dog filling. So maybe we run a little battle royale. We could run a battle royale. We need to make sure that that knowing is drafting a terrible team in here. Does this one need to get thrown out? 3 quarterbacks in a row. Caleb to Keenan, Dak to CeeDee, Love to Watson. All right, no one's doing bits there. Bradley took Pittman and Richardson. Jay Brandt is going off the board, bro. Kyler without McBride or MHJ. Josh and Kincaid to Frankie. If you need your waivers done, get in touch with Frankie P2323. This man knows how to run ffpc waivers. Artillery Frost. He's taking this shit seriously, bro. He just took Alvin Kamara at 88. He said, I'm going to gobble up some of that streamer EB. Jake Twitch snapped on Taven Wicks at pick 85 because he knew he wasn't coming back. King what? Thank you, brother. Oh. Imagine coming into my own private domicile and selecting Greg Dortch. Beautiful. I did. I only clicked it 19 times. I didn't count enough. It's just irking. I'm gonna refresh again. Oh. Well, my worst misclick, if you're on YouTube, you can actually go and find it. My worst misclick was not even a misclick at all. I forgot to go back in time and undo my positional limits after doing a fast draft, after doing auto drafted fast drafts. And as a result of that, a perfect Sion Vaki team turned into a naked Geno team in round 18. That one was annoying. The other day when I took Justice Hill, that was incredibly annoying. Yeah, that was incredibly. I don't even remember the player I wanted him over, but it was very annoying. The second or third stream ever when I took Luke McCaffrey in the 140s out of nowhere, that was also not great. But that wasn't a misclick. That was a tilt click. A tilt click. I'm on the clock almost in this. I've got 1, 3, 4, 1. Well, it's time to start doing bits. Drake May, free. These guys thought they were getting Jalen McMillan. Yeah, right. Get real. 18 more likes for 200. You guys are trying to turn down Mr. Dombrowski's kindness. Insane. Ah. Good point. Let's try this. Lobby. NFL. I gotta do my screenshot. I gotta do my max entries reach. This is streamer etiquette 101. You have to let everyone know that you did max enter the lottery that is known as Best Ball Mania 5. Man, I had 32 left of these at the beginning of the week. 32 left. That is how you grind at the end of August. It's what I wanted to do. I wanted to really wait till the end here, and we really waited. All right. It's short. What should the caption be? It's short king summer, dude. I'm trying to get a big dog going. I'm trying to get a big dog going. So if we can get a big dog going, it will not be done. If we can't get a big dog going, it will be done. So it is completely up. It is completely up to the people. Yeah, we just sent Discord messages about this. I think there's a chance that you guys are going to be able to get this very soon. I think there's a chance that you guys are going to be able to get this upcoming week, because I am updating some dynasty stuff as we get a little bit closer to the season. So I think there should be one. It was a short king summer, dude. All right. I clicked on Best Ball Mania. I'm going to refresh again. Do we think they're going to let me in now? Do you think we're going to be able to do our exposure check? Who are your most comfortable? I feel insanely comfortable with Malik Washington. I think Malik Washington is just an absolute giga jam. I think he is basically the best pick on the board after like round 14 or whatever. I think he's just an awesome pick. I don't feel. There we go. All right. Let's do the exposure check for the entirety of Best Ball Mania. We got to 150, tournaments only. Best Ball Mania 5. Apply. It's still showing 149. It said 150 out there. It did. You guys saw it. That is not on me. All right, what's the best bit in here? I already took Drake May. Let's do Malik Washington. That's a good bit. Taysom. Taysom is a good bit. Round 13 Taysom. What if you guys needed? I didn't. 6 more likes for 200. Can we do this? Can we do this, please? I personally would love that. What does it say? When it says last updated right here? I'm in a big dog right now. We need 6 more to get this big dog done. No, it is the opposite of bad to spam Taysom and managed. It is extremely good to spam Taysom and managed. I think I have Taysom in every managed league I'm in where he's eligible at tight end. Yeah, I'm all over Taysom. Well, I like Zach's truth serum as well. That he's just he's a very, very versatile player. Wow, Josh. What a great day, man. What a great day. What a great day here on the channel. Brandon just fleeced a guy trading only Dell for Kupp and Ayuk. My God. All right. We got to round out some slow draft picks here. We got a Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, Justin Fields team. I didn't have Mason. P. Ryan is gone, which means Malik Washington is the pick. Doesn't even matter the other context there. I'm just taking Malik Washington. I'm just trying to jam this dude in. We have another 3-5-7-2 with Stafford, May, and Nix. Oh, I got auto-picked Quentin Johnston. No work. Is P. Ryan gone? P. Ryan's gone. Is Malik gone? Malik is gone. Got auto-picked Quentin Johnston. I guess that's a Jordan Whittington team. I don't know. If it's on the FFPC, I don't think I would start Taysom over Dalton Schultz. I don't think I would do that. It's close, though. Stephon, a great man. Looking forward to seeing you in the Discord, sir. A 1662. I bet that means this one has P. Ryan. It does. All right. Need a quarterback. Oh, I guess I'll just have to take Drake May. Do I have it? No, who cares? Drake May, Puppy 3. All you need to do if you are a member and you want to be in the Discord is if you connect your Discord account to YouTube, so you just have the Discord app on your phone or on your computer. If you just connect, it will pop you right in. It's very easy. It's so easy that I can do it, and you guys have seen how bad I am at tech. We got P. Ryan on this one with Daniels and Cousins, Pitts and Henry. This is a Ray McLeod-ass team. No, it's not. It's a Justin Fields team. Draft. One more. Puppy 3. 1551. Got P. Ryan here at pick 139. You could tell I was drafting these pretty quick. Leggett, come on down. Weekly winners. Yeah, imagine ffpc moves him. Oh, I'm about to be back up in the bits draft. Who's the funniest tight? It's Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott went to Kansas State University. I went to Kansas State University. Ben Sinnott and Deuce Vaughn, 2 K-State graduates. Incredible. Anthony Gold? Yeah. Anthony Gold, kind of interesting. All right, weekly winners. Did I take P. Ryan in this one? No, I took Emmanuel Wilson and Marshawn Lloyd. One of those had to have been an auto draft. This is a Hawkinson team and a CD team. I already got Dak. Is Malik Washington there? No, he's not. All right, need to scroll the F down wide receiver and weekly winners. What was the biggest college game you went to? I was at number 1 Kansas State versus, I want to say, number 8 Auburn. Might have been number 3 Auburn. Jack Cantelli missed the kick to lose the game. There we go. Ryan, great answer. John Mechie, your wish is my command in weekly winners. Scroll the F down, weekly winners. I bet I can pull up the biggest college. I'll pull up the box score for the biggest college game I was ever at. 6 more for the big dog. They do not want us to live out here. Drake May, Jared Goff. That is a pretty thin quarterback room. Did get P. Ryan on this one. We got Malik Washington and P. Ryan on this one. All right. Lions, scroll the F down. Lions wide receiver. Oh, Vaki. Easy. Bang. All right, we are all caught up. I was at Notre Dame, Ohio State, at Norman. Wow. All right. Yeah, Michigan home games are crazy. Michigan home games, that stadium, man. Being in that stadium would give me a panic attack. All right, who's doing bits in these drafts? Sky Moore. Okay. Artillery Frost is doing bits. Artillery Frost. Brennan Rice goes, of course. Couldn't let me get Brennan Rice. JH777 betting the min pick on Jordan Whittington. Brees or Bijan? I'm Bijan. I'm very slightly Bijan. All right. Would have been, I think, 2014 would have been the year versus Auburn. Yeah, you're cooking, dude. You're cooking. Was this the year they played? No, it would have been 2013. What was the year they played Auburn? Maybe, when did Klein play? Was this later than I thought? Huh. Maybe I'm tripping, dude. Honestly, I do feel that way. I do feel that way, that Rodgers might ruin it all for the Jets. All right. Colin Klein. Must have been 2012. I must have been thinking of 2012. The Atlanta Falcons beat writer compared Casey Washington and Puka Nacua, and I'll never get over it. Is Colin Klein in the player pool? He's not. He's not in the player pool. I thought maybe he would be. Is there another good K-State grad? Oh, Carson Steele's still available? Free. Nico Remigio. Set the min pick on Nico Remigio. There you go. I am playing DFS for college. 4 more for the big dog, by the way. Sniped on Nico Remigio for the bit. Sniped on Nico Remigio for the bit. All right, Colin Klein career game logs. This is where we're at. This is where we're at in hot best ball summer. 3 more for a big dog. I think we're going to be able to do it. Honestly, guys, maybe I made this game up. Maybe I made this game up. This could be a total false memory. This Auburn K-State game. It's absolutely possible. Kansas State, Auburn. Now I'm going to Google it. Yeah, I went to a Oklahoma football game last year for my buddy's bachelor party. I was there. It was a great game. UCF. I got to see part of the reason why I think I am so predisposed. 2 more for a big dog, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is going to fill, and we're going to be able to get a big dog in. I was at Javon. That's how he says his name, by the way. I was at Javon Baker's best ever career game. I think he had 140 yards and 2 touchdowns against Oklahoma. Byron Pringle did go to K-State and also won a Super Bowl ring with the Kansas City Chiefs. Outside of Rashee Rice, my portfolio is very similar to yours. Short King Summer shall prosper. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Absolutely. Gotta be chasing overlay when it's out there. Can't consider yourself a serious grinder and not chase overlay. It's not the way it works. DK might overlay a little bit too, it looks like. Outside of Rashee Rice is a pretty big part of my portfolio. That is true. That is incredibly true. Mac Hollins got drafted in this. Frankie took Demarcus Robinson. No, I have a funnier 18th round pick, I think. Well, you guys can tell me if it's funny or not. But I think I've got a pretty funny one. You did. A quick overview on how to draft the weekly 20 max entry tournaments on DK for NFL. I don't even know, brother. 20 max? What format is this? Whoever mentioned Byron Pringle, that was the right answer. All right. Winner of this gets $150 from me, but who did the best bit? No bits here. No bits were had here. No bits had for Lego My Nego. Skeletor. Also no bits. I guess Adam Thielen might be a bit. No bits from CLN. No bits from Bradley. Very few bits, guys. Kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing the lack of bits. Frankie, a bit, taking to Marcus Robinson. I'm awarding funniest pick. It's either Dontavian Wicks at 85 or Samaj P. Ryan at 160. Both pretty... Okay, never mind. Here we go. JH777, best bit. Davis Cheek. Davis Cheek. No, Corey, I'm not. I don't have the time, man. I'm not even autoing them. Davis Cheek. Honestly, dude, I'm not even there for DFS yet. I'm not even there for DFS yet. We got to find out about Davis Cheek. We got to find out about Davis Cheek. It appears that this is a real person. Davis Cheek is a former American football quarterback. He was a member of the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Breakers of the USFL, and the Michigan Panthers of the UFL. He played college football at Elon. He is Elon's second all-time career leader in passing yards. One more for the big dog, boys. We're about to do a big dog. It's true. It's true. You really got to be cheeks to be a former Panthers quarterback. How many wide receiver am I typically drafting in the first 8 rounds of best ball? 6. 5 or 6. Yeah, he did also get Darius Davis. I'm awarding JH777. He got Braylon Allen, he got Whittington, he got Vidal, he got Rice. So he did like half bits. He took Bowers ahead of ADP, he took McBride ahead of ADP, he took Nico. I'm awarding the bit gold medal to JH777 with the bit silver medal to Artillery Frost. Jad? I believe they don't decide. I believe it's based on what their data provider gives them for player IDs. So I assume it's Stats Inc. who does it. I assume Stats Inc. is their data provider because that's who's the data provider for most people. But honestly, I'm not sure. All right. Let's go back to making slow draft picks. One more for the big dog boys. Oh, never mind. No slow draft picks to be made. All right, I need to edit the title of the stream. That's true. Edit the title of the stream. What do we call it? $500 fantasy draft. The big dog. Live drafting a $500 big dog. Oh, this is a great question. Oh, wow. Guys, we did it. We filled a freaking big dog. What pick did we get? We got pick 4. Incredible. Incredible. Can't possibly complain. Pick 4 and a big dog? Amazing. I think that Pirine will be in weekly winners. 18% owned. No, not even, honestly. Honestly less. Honestly less. 15 to 12 to 15% in weekly winners, because weekly winner slows were like a bunch of my slows are almost already done. What are bits? Like comedy bits, like people people laughing and joking. No Mastiff teams. No Mastiff teams. Yeah, oh yeah, shit. This is a piss boy ass lobby. Fantasy football is fun. Goliath, Mike C, Rami, PSM. I assume that's Levitan. Solanke, no excuses. Renegades 88. Oh man. Yeah, we are. The piss is going to be strong. All right. You guys ready for me to get weird? I've got Justin Jefferson in 2 of these. I've got Jamar Chase in 1 of these. I'm going to take Amon-Ra St. Brown. How's that for balancing your exposures out? ADP like really is as a fake construct in Battle Royale. No, I didn't say the line, Bart. I didn't say the line, Bart. I did something much different. That's called portfolio management. No, I would have done a Bijan pick, but this room is going to be brutal for wide receivers. Wide receivers are going to get smashed in this room. ADP is like actually like harmful in Battle Royale because the game that you are playing is that you would prefer to have combinations that are unowned because they're only 6-man drafts. So you would actually prefer, like I did my first one today and I took Kyler and McBride way ahead of their ADPs, and then I scrolled down for unowned players for the rest of it. Like I scrolled down for like I think Raheem Mostert was my 4th pick. I want to say I took Dalton Schultz at tight end. But anyway, we got to lock in. For the $500 big dog. Drake London, Nico at the turn. See, I told you guys, these wide receivers are just going to get snapped. Oh, all right. Well, Jonathan Taylor early. Feels like no one has a strong take about Jonathan Taylor. Maybe that's just my corner of the internet. But I need to change the title again. Live drafting a $500 big dog for $200K. Honestly, I don't really remember this. I never really played fantasy football like that. I never really played fantasy football thinking about the players you thought would score the most points. I always kind of thought it was a more interesting exercise than that. Maybe that makes me the weird one. Yeah, we'll see though. We will see. Cause yeah, like Olave goes. It's gonna be kind of a thin pick for me here. I'm not scared about Waddle at all because he was just because he had the no contact jersey, but he was at practice. When was my first year playing fantasy football? God. I mean, obviously I remember like playing like when I was like I played when I was like 8 or 9. But as long as I've been like Waddle I want Cooper Kupp anyway. Like I've been doing serious fantasy football content for a long time. Like I'm 32 now. I've been doing it since I was like 19. So it never really was so much about. I've got Waddle and Kupp back to back in my rankings. But Waddle just went. Drake and Nico I like that. I like that turn. But yeah, the wide receivers are absolutely gonna fly in this big dog. I'm aware of these rooms. These dudes. Oh man, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. I don't know if I've ever seen a running back start from that turn in the big dog. Crazy. It'd be really funny to take Mike Evans here. probably not going to do it. I did see this. Did you guys see Bobby Witt Jr. played with the Pablo Lopez bat the other day? I thought that was pretty badass. Wow. WFN's first fantasy football pick was John Elway. I want to say my first ever fantasy football pick was Peyton Manning, which does date me a little bit. Did I say Pablo Lopez? Pablo Sanchez. All right. Rashee Rice, baby. It's a big dog. We need to be, we care. It's a 10-person final. I don't care about the combinatorics at all. Well, I care about him a little bit, but I bet I've got 0 combos of these 3 players. 0 combinations of these 3 players on any team, anywhere in fantasy football for the whole year. Huntley could have been fun in a couple of spots. I like Huntley back to Baltimore. Give them a better backup quarterback. I mean, people forget Huntley was a Pro Bowler, man. Huntley was a Pro Bowler. Artillery Frost's first pick was Michael Thomas. That is crazy. To have played DFS before playing any other form of fantasy football is so weird. That is very bizarre. I've never, that's like doing cocaine before smoking weed, Yoshi. Steven Jackson won King What his first league. I remember Steven Jackson. He was a dog. It's true he didn't deserve it, but he was a Pro Bowler. Can't take it away from him. I was a backyard sports guy. I liked NBA Street, but again, I'm so old that I actually have more memories of Nintendo sports games. So even before that, like Double Dribble and NBA Jam, I have more experience with those. That's how old I am. Benny's first pick was Ricky Williams the year before he retired. But what if the Chiefs do need to score points in Week 17 against the Steelers? Patrick Mahomes once had a 300-yard, 4-touchdown second quarter against the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm just not doubting that, man. Ice hockey was huge. Double Dribble was goated. Double Dribble was really good. Jaden won his first fantasy championship because of a Peyton Manning quarterback kneel that gave me the lead back by 0.1 points. That's sickening. I feel bad. I feel good for you, but I feel bad for the dude who lost to you. All right. Up in 3 picks, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts went to the same team. Was anyone watching? Was that auto-drafted or was that intentional? Was that dude doing double elite quarterback on purpose? Well, dude, I'm older than you. 32 is different than 29. We had different cultural experiences. We were in high school at different times. Josh Jacobs in the 4th round, huh? YouTube commenters love nothing more than to say this. It's so funny. It gets me every time. Okay. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Rashee Rice. Man, this is really tricky. This is really, really tricky, guys. Oh, because if I take Mahomes, Worthy is going to get snapped. So if I take Mahomes, oh, he went. Okay, no, he went to CSU. Okay. Man. And I did just give someone a chance to shoot me. Okay, but what I was going to say is that was about to be really tricky. What do you do in that spot that I was just in right there? Let's say Mahomes, Worthy, and Kelsey were all on the board. What is the optimal way to go around those turns? I wouldn't even know. Because if you take Worthy, so if you take Worthy, you are leaving the opportunity for someone to go Kelsey, Mahomes. If you take Kelsey, you're leaving someone to do Worthy, Mahomes. But if you take Mahomes and then they both get snapped, you're just in jail. Huh. Yeah, okay. Yes, I guess the answer for me was just to take Mahomes. You're right. Yeah. But if I don't have, let's pretend I had DJ Moore. Let's pretend I have DJ Moore. What's the right answer there? That is a very interesting toy game to think through. Also, yes. No one knows. I think Goliath's... Oh my God, Goliath doesn't shoot me. Goliath loaded the pistol. He had the bullet in the chamber. And he said, you know what? I'm going to let you live another day, young man. I'm not going to shoot you. Incredible. This, I guess, yeah. At the end of the day, this is true. At the end of the day, you take the ADP value, and the quarterback is the only one who's dead. Actually, this happened to me in a big dog already. I took Mahomes and ended up in the same. Yes. No one knows what's optimal. We can all agree naked Mahomes is not optimal, so I put off Mahomes as long as I can. That, I think, is probably the correct heuristic. Well, the 6 hole should feel bad, but the 6 hole is my old friend Peter Jennings, CSU Ram 88. This is a true story. I was at the 6 hole's wedding. Believe it or not. Fact check, true. I was at the 6 hole's wedding. And he took uncorrelated Mahomes because I assume he's auto-drafting. Based off the establish the run ranks. If you are naked Mahomes is always, well, yeah, if you are Kitchen, you can always get Jared Wiley then. What do I think will be the biggest trend in ADP next year? That's a fantastic question because it's a little bit, what do you do with this season? And my answer to that question, I really don't have an answer to the question. I wonder if we see a little bit of pushback. Yeah, I think this is my answer. I think I do think we see some pushback. I think we get some really good wide receiver seasons. Yes. Yeah, I have thought about it, and I'm gonna take Fat Keenan well after ADP here. I have thought about it, and the issue is I always forget that I'm gonna be doing background music until I actually get on the stream. There is a way to do like well, I know for some of the Twitch streamers I watch, there is a way to do background music via like Spotify, like via like a playlist. But I think you have to maybe do that in like OBS, which is a more advanced streaming software. Maybe I could download a long playlist or something, but you also don't want to get demonetized. Like I don't want to have, a Mac Miller song playing in the background and get these videos demonetized. That'd be brutal. 3 QBs. Yeah, I need to download a non-DMCA music. Yeah, OBS isn't tough, but it's just the StreamYard is so easy, dude. It's so easy. All right, we are on the clock. We are going to take Kyler Murray to pair with our Trey McBride, and we are going to push it on a true zero running back team in the big dog. I think the performance of last year's rookies and this year's rookies will gas up the values of next year's rookies to the point that they no longer may be a good deal. Well, not only is that true, brother, but there are about to be some crazy rookie prospects coming in. Crazy. Luther Burden, Ashton Jeanty, Trattoria, I don't know how to say his first name. McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. Oh man, Ollie Gordon. Yeah, what if Travis Hunter says, "I just want wide receiver money"? Tet. Oronde Gadsden, the Syracuse tight end. Like it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. But the crazy thing is that I think this is right. I think it will be the rookie avalanche, but I don't believe that it is going to be a rookie avalanche with a quarterback, because this year's quarterback class is not great. Yeah, Brant Keithy. Keithy is a stone baller, a very good player. Ches Malusi he's got to be like older than Ray Davis. But yeah, I mean the answer is whatever wins this year. People, including me, your favorite fantasy football tout, will be overreacting. And this actually is a fairly good point, that the fantasy football market has tended to reflect what NFL teams have done at running back. And what NFL teams have done at running back is they've said, we don't give a shit about you. You know. So if NFL teams are playing less. Amari and Hampton. What did he have? 32 carries last night for North Carolina. This is half PPR, sir. This is half PPR. So still kind of late for Kamara, but not as strong. Yeah, Ewers I don't think is going to be steamed. Luke Lachey, new Iowa tight end. Yeah, of course. Funny you say that. I believe on Monday, I'm going to be doing a podcast with the wide receiver coach who trained Chase Brown. He trained Chase Brown, Brandon Ayuk, and Andre Yoshibas, and the tight end who I can't remember. I'm lightly saying. I'm lightly saying I don't think wide receivers will. I think we see a little bit of a pushback. Yeah. How about that? How about Shadur Sanders at the 4-5 turn next year? Man, Shadur looked pretty good to my eyes. You know what? I don't know if I know ball, but I think Shadur can play a little bit. Beautiful. This is a great team to take Raheem Mostert. Like, you just want someone who you know is going to score points when they're healthy and in the lineup. Really good Raheem. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm cooking right now. St. Brown, Cup with the Arizona stuff, Rashee, Worthy, Keenan, Kyler, Mostert. Don't let me cook. Colorado. I mean, hey, North Dakota State University, bro. Put some respect. Put some respect on North Dakota State University's name, brother. That is a serious team. That is a serious team that plays seriously. Also, yes, it's the Nepotism Football League. Ooh, and we get a high stakes Tony Pollard share. Golly, bro. We are freaking winning the big dog. We are winning $200,000 and then sending Fareed $100,000. They are letting me cook here, dude. DeAndre Hopkins at 78. Is that where he's at in the ETR ranks? Two-hole is cooking. Let's see. I think this is my friend from Pete's Discord from Ship Chasing. CD, Adams, Devonta, ETN, McLaurin, Keon, Ferguson, Dak. Yeah, 2-hole is cooking too. 2-hole is cooking too. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he is auto drafting. Well, I knew he was auto drafting. I just didn't know what he was auto drafting off of. Wow, I like this draft better than the last BBM we did. This is a cook. What did old double Renegades 88 did? Allen Hurts, Kittle and Ingram, Kamara and Aaron Jones. Interesting. My man here snapped off T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. Some interesting stuff here. Are the Raiders getting both Sanders and Hunter? That doesn't work, right? Do they have that? How do they have those picks? I guess I don't know how many first-round picks the Raiders have. I always just assume the Raiders have no picks. I wonder what Travis Hunter does in the NFL, because I think people say he's a better corner than wide receiver. Again, I don't know. Seems like he's probably good at both. But don't you think he would just choose to be a wide receiver because there's so much more money in being a wide receiver? I believe there are a couple examples. Champ Bailey was a corner but played some wide receiver. And then Troy Brown for the Patriots did both. I believe last night the reporting was... Not the reporting. The snap count. PFF had him only taking 2 snaps off. Which also, that seems fucked up from Dion. Like, what are you trying to do? Kill this guy? Crazy. Look, I mean, I gotta take Rico Dowdle. It's by ADP and by rankings. It's not even close. I don't have a 49er. Does the Laporta team already have a quarterback? The Laporta team already has Caleb. Yeah, I'm taking Rico Dowdle. Can't play scared. Woodson did both. Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah says wide receiver. Yeah, Dion is coaching for spectacle, but which, don't get me wrong, I kind of like the Colorado thing. I think it's fun. Like, you know, have the band playing They Not Like Us and all the chains and everything. I'm into that. I think it's really cool. But you got to win some games, Dion. Got to win some games. I mean, how incredibly hype was that TCU game? It was like one of my favorite college football games of all time. Didn't even relate to my team. All right, Goliath, don't snipe me, bro. Jared Goff. Gonna pair Jared Goff with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Big dog. It's a big dog ass team, brother. That's how you do a true 0 RB start. That's how you just have a freaking cook job 0 RB start. You get your elite tight end, you get your elite quarterback, you get your touchdown scorer, you get your undervalued talent, you get your shitty talent in an ideal situation. I mean, this is I better land the plane here. I better not make a mistake here. I hope the board falls my way, because this is a real cook. This might be one of the better teams I've drafted on stream this year. Hey man, Kentucky has had some fun college football teams. Wan'Dale Robinson, where were you at? Where were you at when Wan'Dale Robinson was here, man? Wan'Dale Robinson was a you want to talk about someone who fought for the badge. That dude fought for the badge for the Kentucky Wildcats. Randall Cobb, of course. Should I invite Crack Rock on stream? I don't know, man. I don't know if me and old Rock have much in common. We co-owned we did co-own a dynasty team together for a while. True story. Lynn Bowden? Oh my god, dude. The kids do not know about Lynn Bowden. Is he still in the NFL? He can't be. God. Lynn Bowden. That was like peak NFL weirdness. Yeah, I can't, bros. I'm self-employed. I can't be getting demonetized out here. I heard he got the Chasers demonetized last night. Yeah, he was a Saints wide receiver. He was a Dolphins. I believe he was drafted by the Raiders and traded to the Dolphins before he ever played a game, if my memory serves. But he's the only player I can ever remember being drafted and then getting traded before he ever played a game. Lynn Bowden's final year at Kentucky, dude. 1,800 yards, 14 touchdowns. He'd like kind of played quarterback before. And punt return. Oh my god, dude. Lynn Bowden. What an experience Lynn Bowden Jr. was. Eli Manning doesn't count. Eli Manning doesn't count. Eli Manning absolutely does not count for this. He was a first round pick. That was like orchestrated. Lynn Bowden, they just decided, get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. All right, we got a 2-3-5-1. So we're set at quarterback. Not really an obvious tight end. Is there any good correlated running back? Gonna put Chandler in. Oh, Mason. Yeah, Mason. Need a Detroit bring. Whoa, Jordan Mason. What's the difference between Jalen Wright and Jordan Mason? True. Tim Couch? I don't even remember Tim Couch's NFL career, for real. I remember Eric Crouch, the Nebraska quarterback. How's that for a deep cut? Tim Couch was drafted first overall by the Browns. Will Jalen Wright play without injuries ahead of him? There was just Preston Williams was a good player too. Jalen Wright might be behind 3 guys. There was just an article today. All right, good wide receiver pick. I mean, it's Leggett, bro. No, it's McMillions. McMillions, baby. Let's go. Round 13, McMillions. Preston Williams, was he a Colorado State wide receiver? Did I remember that right? Yep. Colorado State wide receiver who got drafted by the Dolphins. Oh, I thought this guy was really good. All too well, baby. Preston Williams, final year. Technically, he had to take a year off. 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns for this Colorado State team. No one else had more than Olabisi Johnson, who actually played in the NFL for a little bit. Man, the days. I love playing Remember That Guy with you guys. I think we saw it with A-Chain last year, McDane. Sure. Might want to enter 2 slows on the DK Millie. They have a promo to enter 2, get 3rd free. All right, ship it. Is that true? Eric Crouch was drafted as a safety? Man, I remember being so stunned that Mike White and Jason White and Josh Heupel, Radler, were not drafted. Kendall Braverman, he was a dog. they didn't even get drafted. I remember being like, how could the system be so wrong that a quarterback could win the Heisman Trophy and not be drafted? Eric Crouch, 3,400 career rushing yards, 59 rushing touchdowns. He was not a good passer. He almost had more rushing yards than passing yards. I mean, that's very funny. Drafted in the 3rd round, 95th overall by the Rams. Crazy. They drafted him as a safety, huh? I never knew that. Did he play? Did he play in the NFL? Eric Crouch, or was that just like, oh, no, we took this, it doesn't look like he ever played in the NFL. 3rd round pick who just went straight to 0. Yeah. Too short to play quarterback. He suffered an injury to his leg that had a huge buildup of blood. Crouch signed with the Chiefs and then was allocated to the Hamburg Sea Devils of the NFL Europe. He recorded 25 tackles in the NFL Europe. He played in the CFL as the 4th string quarterback behind Damon Allen, Michael Bishop, and Spurgeon Wynn. Spurgeon Wynn. Eric Crouch attended a public workout for the United Football League's Omaha Nighthawks. He was added to the Nighthawks official roster in 2011. The league suspended operations in October of 2012. He is currently a vendor of playground and recreation equipment in Omaha, Nebraska. Do you think he'd come on my podcast? Do you think that Eric Crouch would come on my podcast? I'm going to ask him. Someone remind me to email Eric Crouch to find his email and email him to see if he'll come on the Takecast. That would be a very fun interview for me personally, because Eric Crouch tormented me. Who's this year's David Wilson? I hate Nebraska too. But come on. Who is this year's David Wilson? I mean, that honestly feels rude. Like, really? I'm just teasing. Andre Ellington? You mean the guy who people thought was going to block David Johnson, the best wide receiver or one of the best running backs in the NFL for a little while? What do we got here? A wide receiver? Not much. How's that for an unowned running back room? Hey, like Samaj Pirine in the big dog. Except that I just read on his Wikipedia page that that's not true. I just read that he denied that. Richard Sherman, I did not know this. Richard Sherman caught 80 passes at Stanford. Dorial Green Beckham, loser. I know. I've met him before. Guy stinks. Long time ago. Marcus Lattimore was the truth. People forget the 49ers, basically all they used to do was just exclusively draft guys who were injured. That was like their whole bit. Tank Carradine, Marcus Lattimore, just a bunch of guys who were injured. All right. You guys ready to know ball? Oh, he was awesome. It's why I still, I'm going to be honest. Last year, when he was getting carries for the Rams, I was like, I don't know, man. Could happen. Could be rather late than never. Oh my God. Mike C. 6212 snapped off De'Ami Brown without Jaden Daniels in the 14th round. CSU got Gabe Davis with Trevor Lawrence. Shout out to him. And he got unstacked Mahomes. And he's not going to get Pirine with him. Spoiler alert. True. Not sure about that guy's wide receivers. His wide receivers are, well, no, they're fine. Waddle, Metcalf, Pickens, JSN, Ladd, De'Ami. CSU's wide receivers, he's got Justin Jefferson. He's fine. Justin Blackmon, you want to know a true story here? Justin Blackmon's still technically by the letter of the law on the Jaguars roster. Wow, Dylan Laube in the 15th. Mike C might know ball. Do I trade Kupp and Godwin for Waddle and Rice? Sure, why not? Mikel LaShore. What could have been? What could have been with Mikel LaShore? Great running back out of Illinois, out of the Big Ten. Final season, 1,900 yards and 20 touchdowns, man. They do not build guys like this anymore. Second round pick, the Lions blew his Achilles. We never saw him again. I mean, just look at some of these workloads, dude. 33 for 330. Imagine averaging 10 yards per carry on 33 carries. I do love that a guy is rich enough to be doing bits in a big dog. Yeah, Corey Coleman, that's another really good one. I mean, there were some warning signs with Corey Coleman, but I didn't take heed of any of them. That was a fun game I went to. I went to a Baylor Kansas State game. Here, I'll be able to pull up the results right here. I went to this game right here, November 5th, 2015. A Baylor victory. And I got to see Shock Linwood run for 72 yards. And I got to see 11 for 216 and 2 from Corey Coleman. That was a very fun time. Yes, Ryan Broyles, you know where he went? The University of Oklahoma. No, the Jags are not paying him, but whatever roster conniption thing they use to get his salary off the roster means they are still technically paying his contract. I'm going to take Jonnu Smith as the second tight end on this team. I really like Jonnu. We've got a bunch of Cardinals. Wow. There you go. The Edwardsville Intelligencer. Incredible. Do you really want to know? I'm very short, man. I think I'm like 5'4". Not going to let a doctor measure me, though. Doctor doesn't know ball. I know ball. I would probably not do that. Oh, Bryce Brown. I think that's a remember the guy I don't really remember. Bryce Brown. The Oklahoma State Cowboys running back. No? Bryce Brown, NFL. Okay, no, I do remember this guy. K-State running back. I remember. How tall is Pete? I think Pete is 6'2", I believe. He might be taller than that. Bryce Brown was a K-Stater. Yeah. It's just a very... You got to understand, there are a lot of guys with the last name of Brown in the NFL. Easy to get them misconstrued. 17th round. We got a 2.572 cooking. I was going to say, I need to take a running back, I think. So let's take Tyrone Tracy. Doesn't really correlate, but I thought I had a luxury pick there, but then I remembered Raheem Mostert was my first. Man. Pete is probably the most gam of the cabal. I gotta say. I gotta give him his respect. Cam Akers. Yep. Purple Yosh. He knows. Cam Akers. True. Yeah, Titus Young was a great player. He just didn't want it bad enough. What a great stream today, guys. I wonder how many slow draft picks I missed on the clock while we were here. Just got an email from RotoPat. It's August 30th. The season starts in 5 days. I just got an email from RotoPat about running back the Roto World Friends and Family League. Come on, RotoPat. Guys, give me what am I gonna do to fix the music? What am I gonna do to fix the music here, so that when we get cooking in the regular season? I guess that's a question I need to solve on my own, but I do need to solve it. Yeah, it's gonna get me demonetized, man. How tall is RotoPat? I don't know. I've never met RotoPat, which is funny because we actually, fun fact, live in the same city. RotoPat and I both live in the city of St. Louis. He couldn't move. He went to the New York Football Giants, but Andre Williams just could not move, could not catch passes, had mitts. Not good mitts, though. This is actually wild. Andre Williams averaged 3.3 yards per carry and caught 18 of his 37 targets for 130 yards as a rookie. How bad was this Giants team? I don't even remember this Giants team. Who is the Derrick Rose of the NFL? That's a great question. That is a great... I don't even... Man. I need to ponder that, brother. I need to ponder it because I don't really know. But it's a phenomenal question. Percy Harvin's a really good one, but he was never as good. Odell is a pretty good one. RG3 is the best comp, probably. All right, guys. The big dog. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride, Xavier Worthy, Keenan Allen, Kyler Murray, Raheem Mostert, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Jared Goff, Jordan Mason, Jalen McMillan, Samaje Perine. Is it Samaj or Samaje? I'd like to get that correct. Greg Dortch, Jonnu Smith, Tyrone Tracy, and Jordan Whittington. So we got a double stack with Kyler with a double bring back. I've got Jared Goff with St. Brown with the Jordan Mason bring back. This team is fire. This is the best team that I've drafted yet in this contest. That is going to do it for me here. I'm going to get out of here. I will be back to do 4 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Central time. I'll be doing a high stakes draft with Jacob Sanderson. We're going to be drafting in the NFFC prime time. So $2,000 league. Can't remember if it's 500. I got to really remember how much money is up top. But high stakes league with Jacob tomorrow. If you have a draft this weekend, head on over to patreon.com/DavisMattek. Get redraft tiers, perfect draft guide, all of that good stuff. Get in the Discord. Remember to comment. I feel like you guys are forgetting. You comment on a video, that is one lottery ticket to win 5% post-gross tax of $1.5 million. You guys saw the portfolio. Are you in or out on the portfolio? And please leave a like before you go. That will be phenomenal. I appreciate all of you. 150 drafts are over. We're done.